Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. That's right, microphone. Hello, happy Thursday. Welcome back. Brand new, fresh team. Look at how cute my cat is. Thank you very much. I want to thank Kessikins for the 28-month resub. Appreciate it. I need to grab my my sound. And let's see here. Very careful. Hi. Are you happy I'm here? It is cold in here. You're not wrong, kitty. I've got the flannel. I've got the shirt. I've got like the sweatpants and the leggings underneath. So you know it's chilly. Crystal Snap, thanks for the 35-month resub. Oh, hi, Bubsy. Hi. You can't see him. You can't. Oh, now you can see him. I don't have anything for you, honey bear. I don't know what you want. You're just bored this morning. He's been following me around, and then he was chasing his tail for a while, and then he was like looking out the windows, and then he was following me around, and then he was like throwing balls at me. Hi. Hey, baby boy. You gonna settle down again? I know you're tired. You can't lie to me. I'm your mother. I missed your moose slightly Miss Kira butterflies. Yeah! I like them. They feel vaguely retro to my, youth. We are on retail this morning. At least for now. Possibly for a long time. I don't actually know if I have alpha. I know it's like not up yet because I was kind of looking through other streams and it looks like some people are like on, like waiting for servers to come up. But I don't even see it on my launcher, so I might not be till a later phase. We'll have to see. But in the meantime, I did not finish Trading Post yesterday, so I want to finish filling my bar and then maybe do some shopping. I still need some more Crackling Shards, and we got Legion Remix next week, so we got lots of stuff to do. I love how pets act like they haven't seen you in ages. Mine do that too when I try to do something. Every morning when I wake up, Moose behaves like he thought I was never gonna get out of bed. Like he's so happy every morning when I pry my creaky butt out of bed. Simply get 7 shards before Remix drops. I mean, alas, I only need to have 5. Until I get the turkey mount, I won't care about anything else. Just watching you reacting to the healer changes. Yeah. I've had more time to think about it now. I still don't know how I feel. Speaking of healing, here, let me get my daily disappointment out of the way. Let's do a Corindar Brew queue. Also, I don't have any music on here. I think I had this muted from last night from Raid Night. And see, what else? We're nearly there, because I would have gotten some... I did have a Raid Night last night. We did a clear of Mana Forge Omega, so that would have... Well, completed 8 bosses. Did that really not help me? Oh, no, there it is. There was some things that we got for doing 5 raid bosses. So we'll figure it out. I might do another 1 to 5 delves, bountiful delves. If I do another bountiful delve, that's 50. I'm sure there's stuff that we can do here that's going to be really easy. I'm kind of hoping I can do it while also doing things that I wanted to do anyway. I thought it was 10. It's 10. What's 10? Because I have 5. I have 5 Crackling Shards. That's important context. I only need 5 more. Ordered my copy of the collector's edition. Huzzah! Nice, congratulations. Oh man, my hands are freezing. Also, I'm surprised it's taken this long to get into a Corindar Brew. I guess they're short of tanks. You need 5 more. Yeah, 5 more. There we go. Although I had a little hot streak. I got 3 of them pretty much all in a row. Killing rares in the Isle of Dorn, and I got all excited about that, and then I continued to do it for the next 3 days and got nothing. Somehow got in my head that you had 3. At one point in time, that was true. I did at one point have 3, but then I got 4, and then I got 5. I have yet to succeed in getting any off-stream, even though I have been trying. I'm not too proud to get Crackling Shards off-stream, because I want to get this thing done. And I figure you guys saw, like, at least 3 of them drop. You know the deal. You know what it looks like. So I've been not too ashamed to do that. I would like to do my rounds of rares again today as well. Oh, Midnighter, thank you for the 13-month resub. Looking forward to Legion Remix. Took a long break since Shadowlands. Haha, love your streams. Thank you very much. I'm kind of looking forward to Legion Remix too. Never got a collector's edition before, and I realized there's no point in starting because, like, can't get the previous ones. Yeah, you don't want it to be like a lonely sentinel on your shelf. No amount for me. No luck with the Brewfest Bomber. You know what we could do? I want to finish the trading post stuff before I get sucked into crackling shard farming, because, like, they're not going to give me anything for, that. So I'm just going to have a little scroll here and see what sounds fun. I could earn Brewfest tokens or do a banquet. That would do it. I would need, like... I could also... There's, like, complete some Brewfest quests, bar tab barrel quests. You know, there's something to be said for that. Don't I have... Here, let me check on handy notes or candy buckets or something. Maybe if I turn candy buckets on. I think I usually keep it around and I just disable it when it's not a holiday. There might be something there with that. Oh. Warm up the fingies. We have water. We're not doing tea this morning. At least not yet. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? What can I do for you? What can I do for Moose? Also, this isn't part of my plan, except it is now because I want 17 polished pet charms. I spent a bunch of them getting my pets all leveled up. And it occurred to me, well, I'm not really doing mission tables, so if I ever see a pet battle and it's gonna give pet charms and it's not far from me, let's just do it. Let's just roll up there and do it. And that way, I will have some for the next time that I need them. Because I'm kind of enjoying having the pets that I currently own all caught up on level and caught up on rarity. What are you doing in my closet? You can't go down the trapdoor, buddy. It's locked. It's also very heavy, as I found out yesterday. I have a hatch in my office closet that goes down to my crawl space. Oh, what is it, honey? You sound so sad. You take a little nap. There's a cozy bed back there. I have a hatch that goes down to the crawl space, and I went down there yesterday because it's been like pouring rain for a few days, and there was some note when I bought the house being like, yo, when it rains, the sump pump's gonna turn on, and also here's an extra sump pump just in case, which was like very nice of them to do, but also like suspicious because like why do they have no faith in the original sump pump? Anyway, I went to go down there to go take a look, and it's dry, which is good. There's no water in there at least yet. Maybe it needs to rain more for that. You might hear something. It's pretty clean-ish down there. There's like spiders and dust and whatever. It's a crawl space. But I was like shining my little flashlight, which is just a headlamp that I hold in my hand because I didn't actually buy a flashlight, but I did buy a headlamp. I was shining my little headlamp around down there just to see what was going on down there. And I was like all spooked up, like ready for there to be like rats or something. But it looks pretty good. It looks good. Ask not what your moose can do for you. Ask what you can do for your moose. Oh, stream frozen. Oh, don't miss the sound of the sump pump. It was actually, when I went down there, the thing that concerned me a little bit was it was running even though it was dry. The balloon was like jammed up on like a little thing. And I was like, well, that's not good because it's... Everything I've learned in my years of fish keeping is that you do not want a water pump to run dry. It'll get hot and it can overheat. And it was pretty hot. So like I fixed it. And I think it'll still work fine. But next time it gets really soggy, I'm going to keep checking on it. Because if I need to swap it out, I do have a backup. And I'm reasonably confident I can install it. I can see where it plugs in. I can see where it hooks up to the hose. And I can kind of see how it works. So I think it'll be fine. But like, vaguely concerning. Also, it's about 1 million years old. I was doing something. I was going to go... Oh, I wanted to do bar tab barrels. That's right. Also, that's 800 gold I could get to keep. No, bar tab barrels. There they are. There they are. I need to blow them up. I want to make them huge. I know I've made everything else huge. I guess I could, well, hang on. The reason I'm doing bar tab barrels, I have everything I need for tokens. I'm just doing it for trading post. And also, I guess I understand that there's an achievement? Let me see. World events, Brewfest. I don't normally care about the achievement, but I figure, yeah, round in the house in Kazlagar. So yeah, let's do this. I did the Dornagal one. Let's do the rest of these, and then we'll get this 10 achievement points, and then I'll feel like I've, done something with my boarding. I did see the Heronir Druid forms. I saved a photo of them. And then I pulled it onto my phone, because I was on my phone at the time, and then I was going to pull it onto my PC. It should update here. Anyway, I did take a closer look at them. They're intriguing. I kind of want to mess around a little bit more with Druid next expansion. I feel like it's a good moment for me to do it. I have some fantasy of really giving another try to Resto Druid for PvE. And then for my DPS spec, maybe taking a little look at Feral and see if that's any fun. I don't know. I'm not a melee person, but the Feral form looks really cool. You know, the Feral form looks pretty darn tootin' cool. This is not the inn. Does the joy of owning your own house outweigh the anxiety now? Weirdly, it does. I didn't think it would. I'm a very anxious person, and I bought a very old house with what we could describe as all of my money. So you'd think that I would be like really anxious about stuff, but I'm at least so far, you know, maybe there'll be a disaster and maybe that'll freak me out, but so far I've been pretty chill about it, you know. My partner will like poke at something on like the wall or the ceiling or like point something out and be like, is it supposed to do that? And I'll go, I don't know. Maybe. Looks okay. It doesn't seem to be actively leaking. You know, that's kind of my bar. It's not actively leaking. There doesn't appear to be active water damage or pest damage happening. So it's all okay. You know, there's some cosmetic stuff, but whatever. So I did that one already. I've made these so tiny. Let me look at my options. Add-ons. Options, add-ons. I always do that. Candy buckets. Okay, it doesn't have options. Alright, well maybe instead what I should do is I should turn some of the other ones off. Let me turn Rare Scanner off just for a minute. I've been kind of toggling it on and off. I'm gonna turn Rare Scanner and Handy Notes off for a sec. Surely the return of Hazelbro. I got bad news for you, buddy. Hazelbro's dead. He's gone. If only they made a glyph to see our normal mogs with Moonkin. Don't want to be sparkly. I think I would have a lot of anxiety about it. I really thought I was gonna too. You might feel differently one day. You never know. But we'll see. I think it also helps that so far everything does look good about the house. I think if things were rotting out from under me, it would be a different story. But I did try really hard not to buy one that was gonna be rotting out from under me. That was kind of the main thing I was looking at when I was touring houses. It was like, yes, do I like it? Do I like the location? Do I like the yard? But like, very important, does this look like it's about to fall apart? Like we were looking for things like smelling dampness in the crawl space, and we were looking for signs of water damage and checking the state of the drainage and stuff. Checking for signs of pests. Like I looked up how to do these things, and I was like sticking my head in attics and stuff. And I'm not a home inspector, so it's not foolproof, but I think we did okay, actually, considering how old it is. I think I like the Hair Near Moonkin form. It does interest me more than any other version of Moonkin. It's funny, the Moonkin form, I need to look at the screenshot again. Let me see if I can pull it up. I had it. I swear I had it. There it is. So I'm going to save that to my screenshots. Can I copy? Hold on. I'm going to pull it up on the screen so we can just see what we're talking about here. And this is just the screen grab from the thing. So you've got the flight form. There's the Moonkin form. Bear form, tree form, feral form, and I guess travel form. So they've got the ears, they've got the quills. They look mean, which is, you know, it's good. This is World of Warcraft, not World of Let's Be Cute Craft. Yeah, the Moonkin is kind of giving... I'm Batman. Like... That's kind of what I'm getting from it. I don't think the axolotl aquatic form has been shown yet. Travel form. I like the feral form. This and then the bear form, I think, are what speak to me the most. And then, of course, like actual Hair models, I'm a big fan of as well. The Moonkin and the otter form sold me. Draker S, thanks for the 16-month resub. Up until this point, I thought that my... thanks for being here. I thought that my... big Hair alt was going to be a hunter, and I may still make a Hair hunter, but I'm getting increasingly excited about having a Hair druid and giving it a whirl. Interested to see how it plays with like the class changes and stuff. Happy for people that like them, unless they have some kind of gathering benefit. Yeah, ladies' hair options seem cool. The ladies just looked more finished to me. I was saying this in the chat when we were watching that. I like the lady Hair the male body type. Male presenting body type. It looks like he should have gills. He looks like weird and squishy. He's like a tall gilblin. He doesn't look finished to me. He doesn't look like he has enough detail. In a way that kind of freaks me out. There's something just bizarre about him. The ladies look really good, in my opinion, but maybe that's just me. New Druid race means new Druid alt. Druid main forever. Can't wait for Hair to be released. I will say I'm way more excited about Heronir than I was for Earthen. It's the allied race that I think I'm most jazzed for that they've put out in like a long time. Is this the inn? Is this where they stuck it? No, it's over here. They're thick night elves in the best way. Someone posted a screenshot of the War Within meta achievement on Reddit. I did not see that. Did Wowhead pick it up and report on it? Let's see. I have Reddit blocked, I think, on this PC. Da-da-da. Da-da. Da-da-da-da. No article. Our Discord did, I think. Oh, okay. Cause yeah, I just want the screenshot. Hold on. Squirrel Squad. Where am I looking? It would be we have channels for this kind of thing, right? Future WoW spoilers, maybe? That would be a good place for it. No. Apparently the impression was that it was a lightweight meta. I mean, that's good though, right? Like, do we want a heavyweight meta? Do we want them to include part-timer or chatmate? False alert, my bad, different meta. Oh, okay. Don't see myself using it much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see. Did I find what I'm looking for? No, not quite. Get there. There's too much garbage on my map. Hang on. Track. Let's stop tracking some of these things. I don't know if it's gonna help me. Is it under here? I did not spend enough time in like the inn area of anywhere other than Dornegal in the War Within. I guess I went to the inn in Marildar a few times because I had my characters set up there. There we go. 2 Brewfest quests. And then we'll get more for bar tab barrels. That'll probably get us done. Plus I wanna do this. So we need to go to Opportunity Point is what we need to do. Oh, there we go. We just do waypoint. That'll work. Will there be a Hazel Community Neighborhood? If there is, it won't have me in it. Which is awkward, I know, but that's kind of how the guild works as well. There will probably be a Squirrel Squad guild neighborhood. I would expect Lightbringer Squirrel Squad to do a neighborhood, but you'd have to talk to Scoots about that. Surprised none of the ecological stuff is in it. Like, that stuff is just there. Really, they didn't put the ecological succession meta in the big meta. What did I do it for then? I was cheating at raid races for nothing. I thought that was going to be included. I might have to Google this up. Alright, let's see here. Bar tab. Yeah, there we go. Uploaded it on the WoW spoiler section. Oh, thank you. You're a doll. There it is. Alright, World Soul Searching. Hang on. Okay. Complete the 3 raids. All that Kaz. You shall not pass. War Within Pathfinder. Glory of the Delver. Goblin mode. Unraveled and Persevering. Owner of Radiant Heart. Okay. Gear Grinder MK2. And a Decor reward. Okay. Dark Heart of Galakrond. I'm going to check on my achievements here. So I have, obviously, I should have all the Nerub Bar Palace. I should have that done. Nerub R Palace. Right? Because I rated then? I'm assuming so. Anyway, yeah, there you go. We did Nerub Bar Palace. We did all the raids. All that Kaz. Did I do that? All that Kaz. Yep, did that. I'm pretty sure I did You Shall Not Pass. Yep, did that. What about Pathfinder? Must have done Pathfinder. Because that gave me like flight speed or something. Yeah, steady flight. Oh, that unlocked steady flight. That's right. Okay. Goblin mode. Yeah, did that. That was for the Glagio Grand Gallery. That's done. What about Glory of the Delver? Did I ever finish that? Yep, sure did. God and Ivory Goliathus. Okay, cool. Owner of a Radiant Heart. What does that mean? Oh, Flames Radiance. Renown 10. Okay. And then Unraveled and Persevering, which I also finished. Okay, I'm done. All right, job done. No need to do any additional work on this meta. I am finito. I'm finished. All right. Let's go to Hallowfall, I suppose. Nerubar. Oh, I see. Let's do Hallowfall. We'll fly back up this way. Actually, maybe I should flight path it so that I can make my hands warmer. You guys fly me there. I'm going to blow on my fingertips like a cartoon. Kit Katsu, thank you for the 46-month resub. Good morning. Good morning. You did it for points. I suppose so. Very surprised that didn't make it in. It seems like that could have... It wasn't even an annoying or difficult meta. Laurel's Crossing. Where's Laurel's Crossing? Is it one of the flight points? It is. There we go. That cold there now. Jealous. I mean, it's not freezing out there, but I don't have heat. And I have yet to start. I do have a wood stove. I haven't lit a fire yet. My neighbors are doing it. It smells magical outside. It's like a cool like wood smoke kind of smell. But I haven't done it yet because I'm scared. So, and I'm pretty used to toughing it out with chilliness. And Kitty's okay because she's on my lap half the time. And I've got, you know, layers and stuff. We know what the War Within meta is. Yeah! Yeah, there's a screenshot in the Squirrel Squad Discord that we were just looking at. On the Future WoW Spoilers section. It's called World Soul Searching. It seems pretty easy. It seems pretty chill. It's going to be a Gear Grinder mount, which I'm assuming wouldn't be in my mount journal yet. Cooler for us today again will be 80 plus Fahrenheit again soon. See, I'm a little jealous because I'm currently obsessed with my compost piles. I really want to garden a lot in the spring. I want to make a lot of compost so I can amend everything and like fill raised beds and stuff. So I'm like shredding my cardboard, I'm saving my kitchen scraps, I'm chopping my weeds, I'm doing everything. And compost slows down in colder weather because it needs a bit of warmth to kind of keep going. And it will sort of self-heat, but at a certain point it gets kind of slow. So if it was still 80 Fahrenheit during the day, it would be cooking down way faster. And we did have warmer weather earlier, but I whiffed it because I wasn't as obsessed back then, and I didn't water the piles, and they were dry, so they weren't doing anything. They were just drying out. What are you most excited about in Midnight? Housing. Easy. No question. No problem. Other stuff looks good. The zones look great. Harrenir look great. Class changes look interesting. We'll have to play with them and see. Although, I think it might have a chance at getting me into more classes. Also, we had a raid clear last night. We did a Heroic Mana Forge Omega. And we didn't really need me to heal until, like, the last boss. So I was just playing Shadow Priest, and I wasn't very good. I was the last DPS every time. And I know it's like an alt spec, and I'm not really geared for it, and I had a healing trinket on, whatever. But, like, I was, like, barely beating the tanks. And I'm like, oh, man, maybe I need them to dumb this down for me. Maybe that's for me. Housing is going to be amazing. Way more than done with the meta. Yeah, I guess it's nice to have it done in advance just because of how many other things we have going on to do. Like, I did like kind of chasing down the last bits of the meta at the end of Dragonflight, but I think since then I've gotten a little bit more diligent about keeping up with that kind of thing in advance because I know that there are metas coming. Speaking of the kitty cat, hi sweetheart. And I don't know, we got stuff going on. I don't really have any other time. Hazel Housing Stream eventually, yeah. Is that what we're gonna like rename? Hazel Housing Nutty Games. Watched so much housing yesterday. So excited for many cozy housing streams to watch. I hope it truly becomes a pillar of the game. I think it will. It sounds like it's gonna be right up there with Transmog. There we go. So that almost finished, which is good because I need to do a few more anyway. I'm just gonna have them fly me around. That sounds much nicer than me doing it myself. So behind in the game. Doing the BFA meta now with 0 progress on channels must feel exhausting. They were big projects. They were definitely big. They're rewarding though. They're kind of cool. Plus, I bet you there are people going and starting those from scratch now because of the fact that there's going to be decor attached to them, you know. New stream theme. This old house with Hazel. Do you think you're going to get Elf on the first wave? I'm starting to think that I'm not. Just because I don't see it in my launcher now. And I know there are other people. I was kind of like clicking through streams, and there are other people that are looking at like servers that are not up yet. So unless they didn't name it the new thing, I might not be, but we're just gonna not worry about it too much. It's not like I've really been a leading source of like alpha content in a long time anyway. So that's Marl. Marl, Weaver's Lair, Burrows, and Umbral Bazaar. Let's start at the Weaver's Lair, I guess. Or maybe, yeah. But if we don't get it, we're not going to worry about it too much. We'll just hang out doing Legion Remix or Retail or whatever it is we have, and we'll make it work. I don't think it's going to ruin me. I'm going to try to push 12s in my main, then spin a wheel on races and classes to use my Midnight Boost on, and then try to get that character AOTC and KSM. Ooh, that's fun. What are you doing? Why are you licking the floor? There's nothing on it. You're being weird. Moose is having like a puppy day today. I know. Are you just trying to get my attention? Hi. Hi. I love you. Oh. What could you possibly want? Oh, is this because I didn't come outside with you this morning? I know I was sleepy. Your dad took you out. You guys had fun. Mr. GM tweeted they might not be flagging people till 10. Oh, well, that's good. Thanks, Mr. GM. That's funny. It was his stream I was looking at where he was like looking at the thing, but he was probably part of an earlier thing. I've been so out of it with. Excuse you. What on earth did you just knock over? What are you doing? He's out of here. That dog has got major zoomies. There's a mirror, and I can kind of see what he's doing, and he's going crazy. Yeah, Moose is being silly. He gets it from me. Online resource help track where to get started with the meta achieves. Don't know where to start. I mean, if you have the name of the meta achievement, then you can kind of just look it up in the journal here. In your in-game achievement journal, like Back from the Beyond, for example, is the Shadowlands one. You can track that, and it'll just keep a list of all the component parts that you want to do there. Wowhead is good as well. But what I usually do is I just track it, and then I just kind of chip away at it one thing at a time. And then for an individual achievement, if I'm like not sure the best way to go about it, then I might go look up the name of that achievement on Wowhead and see if people have any advice in the comments. But I don't do anything special to stay organized about it, I don't think. So I'm looking for a bar tab barrel. It looks like, I mean, it would be in the innkeeper section. I guess I'm just gonna go looking for it, because this area, the map in this area drives me nuts. I know it's like a separate map from the world map, and the city is kind of the same thing too, and it just makes it hard for me to find stuff. Odd going on with the drop. Both my partners see Little Cully and Little Cully false. Yeah, I saw something about that where it sounds like there was a technical issue, and some people that should have gotten the drop, like it wasn't working. So I'm guessing they basically started it, like made another version of it and started it again, and that one should work. But they were also working on retroactively awarding it to people that had gotten it the first time. But hopefully you should be able to just keep watching, which I know kind of sucks, but hopefully you should be able to get it that way. There was some wonkiness going on with that. They made another one. Old one says fake. Got it again. Got it. Well, there you go. That's a workaround. It's probably really annoying if you were only going to watch 4 hours of Twitch anyways, but what are you going to do? Oh, I found it. I'm looking for the bar tab barrels, and it's right over here. I may as well do this achievement. We're halfway done anyway. Yeah, plenty of time left. It's up for the whole of October. Not a huge problem. Here's that one. So that I think is my trading post done. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. But I'm just gonna get the last three bar tab barrels in this zone just to get the achievement done, because we've come this far. I'm not a huge achievement person, but if it's, you know, if it's right there, we need to go to the Burrows, the Umbral Bazaar, and Marl. So Marl is right there. Gonna work on the Mecha Spider. Nice. How you doing, kitty cat? I know, is your brother being so loud? He's being so noisy. He's cute. Every now and then he'll go find the cat and just give her a big old kiss. Hate spiders, but it's a male. It is a male. I have this feeling that I'm gonna slowly fall further and further behind. Can you guys hear that? I have this feeling I'm gonna slowly fall further and further behind. What is going on out there? Yeah.
Just boys being boys.
Boys, alright. There better not be any holes in the wall. There's spare drywall in the crawl space, I checked. Maybe I'm overly hopeful. You seem to be edging towards becoming an achievement person. Oh, I wanted to get this rare, but I'm never going to find it because I really suck at getting into this area. There's like a tunnel. I don't know why I want this rare either. It's just on my map. I think I've really jumped a shark now. Is it this way? It is this way. Yeah, this is for no reason. This is just because. Okay, this rare. Is it dangerous or is it just annoying to navigate to because it's like around a corner? Focus on the gold sync mounts. Don't feel like I can solely focus on those. I just feel like they're putting out mounts faster than I'm able to get them. I'm not like I'm slowly gonna fall further and further behind. I suppose I can look at that stash loot if it's up, which it should be because I actually don't have handy notes on, so that would be the default thing. Just in case I ever needed it. Well, I mean, I have the meta for this expansion though. What do I care about this for? I don't, right? Wow, I'm short. Hello? Oh, I don't need to jump up there. We're fine. Never finished getting the Legion or BFA gold sync mounts. There's another meta coming. Another one, other than the War Within one we were talking about earlier? Because that's the one I was saying I'm done. I got that. The list is just going to keep on growing. Listen, I don't have to stay at the top of the list. I just have to stay ahead of at least half the population. As long as I have more mounts than half of you, we're fine. Otherwise, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Here we go. That's that one. And then we're going to the Burrows, and we're going to the Umbral Bazaar. So there's one. The Meat Grinder-esque mount. I didn't see what it looked like. It says Gear Grinder MK2. World Soul Searching is the name of it. That's the one that I'm already finished with, apparently. That's the War Within meta. Yeah. If there's other metas they're adding, then that I would need to get on top of. But I think we're talking about the same one. Oh, it's Vexy's mount. Oh, that's fun. Goblin-y mount from the name. Yeah. Maybe they must have just had an extra one. Oh, I just realized this means I'm probably not going to get Bubbles Jr. Why not? Why? No Bubbles? Rip Bubbles. Yeah, we have pets. You can do hunter pets. I wanted a Bubbles mount. Bubbles. Sad. Okay, I need to go to the Burrows. There. Man, I wanted that one. I really thought they were gonna do it. I deluded myself into thinking it was definitely happening. Does the Burrows mean it's underneath? Probably, yeah. Imagine that where you're in a bubble. That's not what I want. I want the little landfish thing. Let's see. I'm never gonna say that correctly. Mejafo, thanks for the 2-month resub. Hi, how you doing? Welcome back. There we go. Round in the house in Kazalgar. And then we can hearth back to Dornigal, do a little shopping. Really love the mud skippers. They were so cute. Blended the Good Witch style. Maybe I don't want it in WoW, because in WoW, a lot of our aquatic pets have bubbles, Glinda the Good Witch style, that they fly around in, but it makes it just hard to see your pet. And, I don't know, it would be hard to see me. Big mud skipper would have been amazing. I guess there's still time, but, like, they never gave us Dexter Dragonflies, so who am I deluding? They're not doing it. It's not happening. But you had everything from Brewfest. I did. I didn't do that achievement. I didn't really care about it before, but I was able to kind of get the rest of my trading post credit for the month by doing that stuff, so I figured it was a good way to double dip. You did miss the Brewfest attempt, but we did not get it, so you didn't miss much. No luck. 3K Trader's Tender and a Legion Forged Elec. Let's take a look at that. Ungulates. Yeah, technically. Ungulate just means they have hooves, right? No, there must be things that aren't ungulates that have hooves, like boars and stuff. Although this is kind of boar adjacent. It's like an elephant-boar hybrid. Monks get Zen Flight, which is my favorite way to fish. What do you think of the WoW reveal? It was cool. Looking forward to playing with housing and stuff once it comes out. I'm looking at this mountain and I'm like, this is neat, but I'm never gonna see this again. I have no characters that are gonna be like, oh man, you know what I should ride right now is this Felforged Elec. This is And I feel a little bad for him because, you know, look, he's got a little chunky tummy. He's got his little noodly tentacles and stuff. He's got his little... but no, I don't think we're ever seeing him again. Now your spooky Draenei look. Gorla would ride it. Gorla is in danger. Gorla is in some danger. Gorla may not make it. He looks tiny. Yeah. Alright, what else do you guys got? What else? What else? I have, I've passed 5 figures now. I have, 11,125 tender. This is kind of a cool mount. It flies. Sort of like a more muted version of a Horseman's Charger, a little bit less neon. And 700. That's a maybe. That's not for me. Not for me. Cute. Comes with the pants, boost, rain boots, belt. And then you've got the hood, you've got the raincoat. I just wanted to see what the pants look like on their own. It's interesting that they come with the little skirty thing. They're probably going to continue to do these in more colors too. I do like green. Let me see. They have a sword. It's a pretty cool sword, but I don't usually go for weapons unless they're actually, like, life-changing and also caster weapons. Oh, cute. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. That's a pet. That is a cute pet. It's 250. I can afford it. Keep collecting them. Don't spend. I mean, they said during the deep dive that they, at least at first, are deciding to not put any decor on the trading post. So it's not fighting for your tender amongst the mounts and pets. It was while they were answering an unrelated question that they didn't answer, but they did say that. So, if we were saving our tender for decor, and I mean, you could still save for, like, the future, but... Hazel, we have to tender max. Yeah. Fell snooters have a very good sense... It's funny that they called it a fell snooter when it, like, looks very much snowy. I guess they didn't want to call it a snow snooter. So there's a staff. Sometimes I will spring for a staff. It's not even that expensive. I'm not really into it, though. I love tamales. Thank you for the 9-month resub. Hi, Hazel. What mobs are you farming for the crackling shards? So, if I was smart, I would be farming bees and wolves. I would join a skinning farm group. I would go to the Cinderbrew Meadery. I would farm bees and wolves and oozes. That's the right thing to do if you're looking for efficiency. I don't think I'm getting the gray one. I love a sweatsuit. I have a bunch of colors of these. I don't think... I already have a darker gray one. I don't think I need the light gray. Although I do love a heather gray, but it's not really all that stripey. That's what I would do if I was being smart. I'm not being smart. So what I'm doing instead is I am doing rounds of the rares. I'm using Rare Scanner to show me where all the big kid rares are. And I'm trying to do those every day on at least 2 characters. Because one day I got 3 shards in one day. Yeah. Weapons are hard for me to buy unless it's something super unique. Because I have lots of cool weapons, you know? Like, it needs to be something that I don't have any other place that I think I'd actually use. Like, I transmog sometimes the sunflower staff. I did buy that one, and that actually gets used. Here. Can I hide my armor so I can, like, see these? Yeah, so these are just the light gray version of all this stuff. We're not going to worry about any of that. And then returning, they brought the Harvest Golem set back. The Hand of Reshigal mount, which I guess I didn't buy last time. Because I have other hand mounts. And then there's a Parasol. So what am I actually doing? I'm buying the Rusty Root Snooter. They gave me 3,000 tender this month. Is that right? Or maybe I didn't pick it up last month or something? I thought you only got 1,000 in a month. You do have more cool weapons. Oh, kitty cat, do you want out? Oh, I'm so sorry, honey bear. There you go. What? You need a towel? Okay, thank you. Oh, it was probably the pre-order. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna come to the Trader's Tender chest though, but I guess that's fine. Yeah, I think Parasol should be functional, but I have it in other colors. Plus, I'm a priest. I can just levitate. So yeah, the snooter has to happen. This is, I think, the other thing that I'm thinking about. I do want it. I have this ruby butterfly frozen. I think I should unfreeze that. I have the pearlescent butterfly, and I love the pearlescent butterfly. I don't think I'm going to ride the ruby one when compared to the pearlescent one. Alright. I think that's what I'm getting. I think we're going to leave the rest of it alone. So let's look at the cart. We have a mount and we have a pet. 950 tenders, so we're still at a slight profit even with the 1,000 that we made. I love butterflies. Horseflies. Yeah! How do you know what is and isn't worth disenchanting versus selling? You just have to kind of have a... I mean, there's probably add-ons that actually do the math for you. I just kind of squinty-eyed the math. I will usually DE something if it's cheaper than like 65 gold, 60-ish gold. And if it's more than that, I just sell it. Because a lot of the times I'm getting a shard that's worth not much. And like these are at 40 gold. It's most of the stuff is at vendoring at this point. Okay, let's check out our new stuff. Rusty. Rusty Root Fell Snooter. I shall name you. I dub thee Juniper after a winterberry because you make me think of winter because you're blue. Cute. Okay, I have 61 pet charms on me, so I actually don't even need to pick any up. Glow stick is cute too. Unless you're really a sick enchanter, barely worth it to DE. I mean, I am a sick enchanter and it's barely worth it to DE. The mats have just kind of crashed. Let's get one of those for our friend here. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. That's how I keep my pets up to date. Done. And then I got the Headless Horseman's Hallowed Charger. I don't know why I said it like that. Channeling Bridgerton. Yeah, because I have original Horseman mount. This one's kind of cool, though. Why do I like it so much? I feel like it would be really cool on like a Lightforged Undead. I've always liked horses that flew without wings. I like the spooky running through the air thing. Whirling Surge is hilarious. When the horse goes, woo! Yeah, I like that. It's just unique enough. It's kind of muted enough for me. I think it looks good. I'm happy with that. It's not a shop mount, so it's got that going. I can get on board with that. We'll enjoy that one. It's been a long time since I've bought a mount. I don't think I've bought another mount from Trading Post since the Pearlescent Butterfly, which is the sickest mount they've ever done, in my personal opinion. I love this thing. This is like, look at that. Come on. It's like stained glass. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Horseman. Headless Horseman's Hallowed Charger. Paladin. Nice map. Tiny Spear. Have that one on hold. Any chance they make Delvekeys Warbound? Nope. Doubt it. Be very surprised. Okay. So Trading Post is done. I want to start doing my little rounds here. So I'm going to turn Rare Scanner back on. I'm going to do a lap. I'll do a lap out of war mode, then I'll do a lap in war mode. I did not get the green raincoat and boots. I thought about it. I don't know what color they're going to have to do. If I could buy just the raincoat, then I maybe would have done it. But I can't, so maybe yellow will break me so I can be like Curious George. But maybe not, because yellow's not really my favorite color. Got all the horseman mogs, the mount, the hand mount, and the pet from the Trading Post yesterday. Nice. Imagine the green raincoat and boots and a hunter with some frog pets. Yeah. Yes, we're going to just do a little lap of our skulls here. Doing this for Crackling Shards has been phenomenal for my rare transmog collecting. I still have more to get from these things, but like I've been working on the list. It is nice that these things can drop because they're dropped Warbound equipped. Any of them can drop on any character. I don't have to be on like a polearm wielding character in order to get a polearm, which is kind of nice. This is the most I've really farmed of these rares. I wonder if I'm ever going to want to go all in and actually start farming, really? Okay. I wonder if I'm ever going to go all in and actually start farming, whatchamacallit. All of the rares, like through all the zones for the transmog they've dropped. On my 5-minute lunch break, hope streaming is going well. Hi, LC22. I hope your lunch break is good. Hope you have something yummy. I have 5 shards. Think. Polearms drop more on Polearm characters. I do need a lot of, I do need lots of, whatchamacallit, cloaks as well, which is kind of nice. What is that for? Dragonkin stones. They can't talk me into those. I don't need those. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, this is what I get for having aerial hull to my bars. It's a trap! It's a trap! Oh, a nice way to get to use mini mount for a while. Halfway. Yeah! Shard progress, nice to see. It all happened in one day, too. I got no shards for a week. I got 3 shards in one day, and now I've had no shards for half a week. But now I'm kind of, like, addicted to the method of shard farming that got me the 3 shards in one day, even if it has stopped working for me. Also, we're gonna do this at some point. It's just looking at me. It's like 802 gold. You could keep that. That could be for you. I should have just turned on war mode. Yeah, law of averages. Yeah. Worst luck was 12 alts with no drops. Yeah. So if I'm doing it on 2 alts every day, that would be like 6 days. Most were like 6 to 8 laps. Yeah. So my 3 shards in 1 lap was exceedingly lucky. Oh man. I wonder if it's true that the leveling rares have the same drop chance as the big kid rares. Because if it's true, I was very unlucky grinding Sanders and Spring Bubble. I was not getting it from that. 5 shards as well. Wish we could combine them. No, I haven't got all my shards yet. We're at 5. 5 out of 10. It's been a few days since I've had any. All the rares picked up the Titan shard quest melts because most of the rares drop 10 shards. Yeah. Yeah, I like getting weeklies done in alts when I'm using them for this or for leveling or whatever it is, because it's great for gold and resonance crystals. Speaking of resonance crystals, if I can just get one more level, if I can get one more level with Koresh, I can get them out, but I guess I'll just get it next week. There's no reason to rush. I'm going to be doing weeklies for a little while anyway, because I'm not finished collecting everything for the phase coins. Almost there. I think I got my last ensemble. I think I'm just getting toys now. But that should get me to 20, and then I can buy the mount. I think I also bought the last of the, I bought the last set that I needed off the Undermine vendor. I'm pretty sure for resonance crystals. Way behind everything. Partner to streak of good luck with shards from non-B elites in the B area. Yeah. The hot streaks are real. You just gotta get them. It's just gotta happen. Yeah, I really wanted this before Legion Remix, but it's starting to feel like it might not work out this way. How many original Mage Tower weapons did you get? Did you try to get them all? Weapons. I remember the sets. I don't remember weapons. I mean, maybe it was artifact weapon appearances. I did exactly as much Mage Tower as I needed to get the book mount. That was my thing. And then whenever the first time came around, I did... What was it for the first time? I know they did something for it the second time. Anyway, I did each of the challenges. I did not do them on all classes. I don't think I ever fussed too much about artifact weapons. There was too many different artifact weapon appearances, and at the time I don't even know if they were moggable. They must have been. Yeah, no, I never worried too much about being complete with that. I just kind of got the ones that were in front of me, or that I was doing anyways to get the achievement done for doing every challenge. I was happy with my book mount. That was all I really wanted. I'm not finding a lot of rares up outside of war mode this morning. What is it, a Thursday? It's a Thursday today. Check for this one. This one's a big crab. Nope. This one is Flamekeeper Kaz over by the kobolds. Didn't play Legion enough to know the existence of Mage Tower. I was in college. Yeah. Post-secondary education. Am I right? It's a real drag on your WoW collecting progress. It's improving your life and your employment prospects. I got 1 shard from a mob. Appears to be from Disturbed Dirt. I think basically anything that's in this zone can drop them. You just gotta get lucky enough. I've heard of the Disturbed Dirt thing, although maybe it was from you. But I've heard of the Disturbed Dirt thing as well. I haven't been stopping for them because half the time they don't even spawn a mob. WoW arguably helped keep me sane during uni. There's one. There's our Tempest Lord Incarnate. This one's usually up. Nobody ever comes over here. Unless they're doing this. Yeah. I played WoW during my, you know, ill-fated semester. I don't think WoW was what broke me. It probably didn't help, but I don't think it hurt either. I think I was kind of doomed regardless. Brewfest in 5. You know, this is the most I've bought for the trading post in a long time, but it doesn't really feel like it. The mounts are so expensive. They really kind of make you choose between mounts and logs sometimes. This one not currently up. This is usually what, I did this already, didn't I? Yeah. What saps all my vigor is trying to fly to the top of that mountain. Excited for the new changes coming in midnight? Even the intense add-on purge. Yeah. I'm fascinated to see how it works. If you pass at least. At least that's what I tell myself. What am I doing? I'm turning on war mode. That's what I'm doing. And we'll do another lap. You know what I'm going to do, actually? If I want to get that high up, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to have them take me to the top of the tower. Dragonflight style. They can do that, right? I think that if you go to the back here... Or am I just completely confusing this with, I think I'm confusing this with Dragonflight. In Dragonflight, you used to be able to just zoop yourself to the top of the tower. And it was great for dragon riding. That's Stormwind, that's Koresh, that's Orgrimmar. Is there not, like, a shortcut? That's just for the rep vendors. Man. You can. To the Rugby by Tur portals. I don't know what that means. On the right. No shortcut. Okay, I need something other than right. Seems like Blizzard is going at it with a cleaver rather than a scalpel. Yeah. Next to the Koresh portal. Oh. This one. There we go. There we go. That's the stuff. That is the elevation boost I needed. We did learn something new. TIL. Yeah, I don't know if I knew that that was there and that's why I was looking for it, or if I just assumed that they would do one because they had one like that in Dragonflight. This one is now up, which we love to see. I love doing these with my priest because she can just smoke them. And then in the interest of preserving my elevation, we're going to do twice Stinger first, and then we'll check for Clawbreaker. I don't need to do Tempest Lord because I did that already. Was used in a quest once, the only reason I remember it being there. It's getting doomy about classes like Hunter, gotta test it out for myself. Could be very much a case that sounds bad on paper. Yeah, I didn't like the way that the, that reading the article made me feel. At least, not in terms of healing and priest anyway. But I think I'm judging it too soon. I need to see it, I need to play it. There will probably still be ways to distinguish yourself as a good player. I'm sure everything will be fine. Even if they turn priest into something I don't want to play anymore, there's probably something else that I do. But I hope they don't turn priest into something I don't want to play anymore. I've been talking all expansion about how I finally found my forever class. Large list of removing very iconic spells, lots of replacements, yeah. I can kind of get on board with the principle of it, but it's hard when you're looking at stuff that you actually like to play with. I'm really bummed about Premonition. I know we didn't have it for that long, but I had a lot of fun with it. But I can make my peace, I suppose. We'll have to see. It might mean a main swap. I don't know. I think I'm still going to be a healer. I just need to find one that feels... And maybe it'll still be Holy Priest. But I gotta find something that feels fun. Feels same with Demonology. Feels like there's no skill ceiling. Maybe I'm talking too big of a thing. Too big of a game. Simplify them so they're playable via controller. Maybe. I know that they're talking about simplifying them so you don't need things like weak auras and whatever to play them, but I haven't been using weak auras anyways. Or like, the DBM features that I use are things that are going to be replaced in the WoW, like the Blizzard version. Oh hey, I got a transmog. I don't know. Like, I know they're talking about reducing cognitive load to make up for not having, like, things solved for you in combat and whatever, but, like, I wasn't really using that stuff anyway. I've raided this entire past year without any weak cores at all. So am I just gonna be bored or what? Maybe we're back to preservation, Hazel. Yeah, I can't be a lizard. I know myself too well. I can't be a lizard. No. What I wanted from Corrin Dire Brew was the Brewfest Bomber mount, the new holiday mount that they added this season. Or this year. We're even multi-shot. How are they gonna... Well, honestly, multi-shot's not my favorite version of AoEing. For as long as there's a way for them to, like, cleave for farming content and stuff, right? No, I did not use a weak ore for Fractalus. I can count to 4. It's not that hard. Regular people can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. You know, it's kind of a use your eyeballs sort of thing. I don't know. Yeah, 1 try per day for the Brewfest Bomber. Oh, never played a Dracula. Only in the intro for everything. We're gonna see that Garlock, Plagueheart. Well, I'm glad I got Transmog this morning. I want more shards though. I would love another shard. Also, restart my launcher. Take a little look at it. There. All errors are up for me this morning on this guy. A new AoE spell won't be great for old content. Has a distance change. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at it. Seems like the kind of thing that they might work on over time, though. Shadow Priest used to feel like that. Shadow Priest used to have no way at all. There was a period in its life, I think during Legion, where you could not AoE. You had to multi-dot. Like, I was doing a world quest in the Broken Shore, and it was like a bunch of these little, like, fiddly, like, tiny little imp ads you had to kill. And literally the only thing I could do is a Shadow Priest, because they didn't give you Holy Nova, there wasn't any Shadow Crash. The only thing you could do outside of, I think, Void Eruption was tab target and dot them. So I would tab target and dot them. And I was like, this is unreasonable and it cannot stand. And it didn't. They added Shadow Crash. And they Mind Seer for a while as well. Actually, I think Mind Seer came first. They added Mind Seer and then they got rid of it. And they'll do something if it really sucks. It just might take them a patch. Counting in my WoW without a weak ore? Unheard of. Hi, Hazel and Chad. Hope everyone's having a great day. Hi, Reza. Miss Mind Seer? I bizarrely enough don't miss Mind Seer. It was kind of annoying. It was confusing how you could use it on a mob or a player. And if you were using it on a mob, I think there was a version of it that didn't damage the mob you were using it on. It was just like bizarrely fiddly for I just want to AoE stuff. It was weird. It confused me. Maybe I do need classes to be simplified. Used to count for Eternal Palace, and now Weak Wars does it for you. Rot Fist! I need a Rot Fist Flesh Carver. Also a Crackling Shard, but I would take a Rot Fist Flesh Carver. Yeah, we definitely have used Weak Wars in the past in my guild to manage raid mechanics. I remember we couldn't do Rune Scribe Rokalo in Sepulchre without one. We had that assigning people. It was I'm sure it was doable without it, but that one was pretty necessary. But since Shadowlands, they've really kind of toned back on the stuff that you needed it for, and there have been some that have been nice, but I haven't found them to be as necessary, especially for, like, heroic level rating. I can't speak for mythic rating. I don't know what those guys are doing. They're nuts. But oh, my Hearthstone's up coolness. What I'm going to do now, because I've finished my lap on 2 characters. I didn't get quite every rare, but we did most of them. We're only missing 2 plus the other 2 Violet Hold rares here. I'm going to get on another character, and I'm going to do the same thing. Yeah, Rune Scribe auras were almost mandatory. That was a weird time. A lot of the raid bosses were mythic dungeon bosses with extra mechanics. Article about housing decor and Legion Remix? Oh. Give me the highlights. 22 miscellaneous mechanica. You know what I haven't been doing? Well, it's because I'm trying to finish my shards, but... Look, my chatmate's at 61. I passed 60. We're aiming for 65 now, but I haven't been able to do it yet. Alas. Chris Metzen was impressive in the deep dive. Wonder which class he plays. Yeah, he's cool. People are really into him. I think he's great, but I don't really understand the, like, aura, I guess. He's great, but people look at him like the messiah, and wow. We're doing this character, that's right. It would freak me out if it was me. I don't blame him for having some anxiety. Oh, man. Doesn't show them just the names of the items. Yeah. I just think it's dangerous to put people on a pedestal like that. Just gets a bit weird. He is Green Jesus. I hope people never look... I mean, I'm not really in danger of it because I'm not Chris Metzen, but I hope people never look at me like that because it seems like it'd be a lot of pressure. I don't know how to, like, refresh. There must be a force refresh for Rare Scanner. I find that it will eventually kick in my icons for rares that I, like, haven't done recently, but it usually have to kill one before it, like, updates it. You know, always looks like he's playing poker, trying to keep a perfectly straight face. Oh, man. Yeah, I think Ian's great. It's hard being a public face of something this big with this much of a fandom. Gets a bit bizarre. We're gonna do this because I want even more polished pet charms because I'm gonna need them. Meow. Meow. You want up? Yes, you do. Is that why you don't raid other streamers? I usually just turn off the stream and I have lunch. I don't really think about it. I also, the other reason I don't often raid other streamers is I don't really watch other streamers, which means that I can't vet to what extent their content is similar to mine in terms of, like, you know, estimated ESRB rating. I try to be pretty clean, generally speaking. Not perfectly so, but we try not to curse too much or, you know, linger on overly adult topics without using a decent amount of veiled euphemism. So if people have, like, you know, speakers or kids around or whatever, this stream is pretty safe, but if I raid somebody and their stream is not as squeaky clean, it's kind of on me that I put that onto some, like, I auto-played that, basically. So, like, I don't like doing it if I haven't spent a bunch of time in someone's stream, and I don't really spend time in anybody's stream, so that's kind of another reason. It's just a bit of a liability. Do we know what Ian means? He used to raid... I mean, I think he still does raid. I don't think we know. I certainly don't know. Maybe somebody does. They tied one of the housing items to KSM. I think they'll do stuff like that. This one is not up. Excuse me? What do you mean? Hi, kitty cat. She's like headbutting the heck out of my hand. Gurkthok, that's right. I had a weird dream about making friends with a sheep. And I headbutted the sheep, but the sheep headbutted me so that we would smell like each other and so that the sheep would remember me when I saw it again. That was a weird one. Where are all the rares? This is RP war mode. I thought this was supposed to be the Gibby. I'm not the only person that has this idea on the server. It was a sheep. It was a fluffy white sheep. It had a cute sheep face. It was just like, I just made a new friend. I was all happy I made a friend. Sounds like a WoW quest. Yeah, they do love talking about, like, scent glands. There's a lot of, like, pheromone quests in this game. There's an ensemble tied to completing a time-worn keystone plus 30. Husband brought me a cup of tea. Aw. Let's see. Is this one up? Are any of these up? Maybe someone's done this, or maybe there's no one in here and all the rares reset. Certified smelly game. Because I don't see anything up. Oh, there's one. There is Tefretine, who actually has a cloak I need. Excuse me. We have to accept that we cannot collect everything. I think that for almost everybody that is true. There are plenty of collectors that will not do things like PvP content or like really advanced group content. There's very few people in this game that do everything to the highest level, and there's probably even fewer of them that do all of those things and collect, you know. I rule out huge categories of stuff just based on the fact that it doesn't look like fun to get. I figure there's enough things that I could do that are fun to get that I can work on those, and if I ever catch up on all of it and then I feel like I need to collect stuff, then I can work on the gross stuff, but it's never going to happen. I'm never going to catch up. They add stuff too quickly. Yeah, you would have had to have been here from 04. I'm gonna check for a rare, and then I might mix some cat food here. I think I've got a hungry girl. Oh, here's a rare. That's the one. Hi, buddy. One crackling shard, please. If you wouldn't mind. Anything? Nope. Alright. One sec here. What? Okay, thanks for your patience. We are checking for play card. I was there from 05, but I had small children, so I didn't raid, and if only I'd known, could have parked him in a playpen. You gotta get with the times and get him farming stuff. This is a mount run. This is the W key. This is where you get mom so she can kill the boss and see. If you do 10 of them, you get a cookie. This is why I don't have kids. Children are my two cats. I have a cat and a dog, and my dog is like my son. My cat is also very important to me, but I don't feel like she's my child so much as like she's like my bestie that we've been roommates forever. Like it feels like she parents me as much as I parent her. Like I love her just as much as Moose, if not more and in a deeper way, just because I've had her for so long. But she feels like more of an authority figure, whereas Moose is definitely still like a charge. Did know a guy who paid his elementary age child a penny for every fish he caught, and wow. That's funny. My grandmother used to pay me to pick up pine cones in her yard. And it was a penny a pine cone until the kids discovered inflation, and then I think we started demanding like a quarter. Maybe a nickel. It's because you identify as a cat more than a dog. I don't identify as either of them. I'm a human lady. I know that. I think it's just because Kira's so wise, and I think she's smarter than me. I think that she has more innate wisdom than me. She has more life wisdom than me, I think. She's very smart, and she has this aura that makes you feel like she really knows what's up. She does tell you to go stream. Yeah. If I, finish my life and die, and there's a stat screen at the end of life that has like all sorts of like plot twists, and they're like, actually, your cat Kira had a wise person trapped within her trying to guide your life choices this whole time, I would be like, oh, that makes sense. Because I know what all my worst habits are. I know I shouldn't be doom scrolling or like whatever, but like the one who's trying to get me off of the phone is usually Kira. No new shards. Not yet. Nothing. No luck. We're hoping. So, I guess I'm gonna check this one more time, and then I'll probably swing back by, well, really any inn. I guess I could do it up here, too. And see. Moose gets you to be more social. He used to, anyway. He's got far fewer opportunities in this place. We don't run into very many people out here. What do you think all the buttons and animal translating devices? I'm scared to find out what my cats might be thinking. Cute for videos. It's a cute idea. I don't feel a strong need to get them because I feel like I can usually, like my pets are pretty expressive. I feel like they can usually tell me what they want and what they're feeling without needing a button to translate it into English. I feel like I've spent enough time with them that I can kind of, to some extent, read their expressions and their body language and their patterns well enough to know what it is that's going on with them. Moose doesn't need a hungry button. I'm his hungry button. If he's hungry, he'll come up to me and go boop with his nose until I feed him. Like he's I'm the button. It's me. He's watching the cat eat right now. She's having her food, and you can tell she's annoyed because she's like swinging her tail, and he's laid down like a foot from her, being like, "Are you gonna drop anything? Are you gonna drop anything?" Oh, hang on, Flame, keep your eyes up. Yeah, I wonder if the zone was just needing some time to kind of refresh. Completely understood my pup when he asked me to turn on the air conditioner one day. Hey, I got a train spawn. Wow. Ooh, also an upgrade. Because it's adventure, and I'm currently wearing explorer stuff, so I'll take it. I'm getting 30 resonance crystals per rare. It's not bad. It's not nothing. I'll need these when the time comes. What if she... No, OMG, she's talking to herself again, button. Kitty likes it when I talk to the computer because it means that my lap is available. Is there a good crystal farm people know about? IMO, alts and weeklies. If you don't have alts, or you're somehow caught up on your alts and weeklies, then I don't know. There's probably something, but it doesn't immediately come to mind. Obviously, you can translate your Kej into resonance crystals. I think you're also able to, and I don't know how many crystals you get from it because I haven't started doing it yet, but our Koresh weekly can also be turned in. Those coins you can use to buy a bag of resonance crystals as well. But I've never in my life gotten caught up on weeklies and all of my alts. It's just so easy to have lots of alts. You can do it on 70s as well. You don't need to have an 80 alt in order to do the trio of like World Soul, Titan Fragments, and Delves. You can do those in 70s, and you get like 900 resonance crystals plus some Kej that can be turned into resonance crystals per weekly per character. I think that's the fastest thing to do. Over here. Oh yeah, there it is. Speaking of weeklies, this one needs to do another delve. I've been kind of lazy gearing her out. Everything bought, still currently over 20k crystals. With everything bought! Needs so much stuff. So much stuff. doing that behind a Resonance Crystal. You're also going to get gold, which is great. I like doing the weeklies and alts because it's great gold as well. Every time you get a batch of 900 Resonance Crystals, you're usually getting 1 to 3k gold as well. And sometimes you get really stinking lucky and it gives you like 16k. And they know what they're doing with that. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, I'm happy. That's the intermittent reinforcement principle to a T. Play a lot of alt, favorite thing to do in endgame. I wasn't really... I mean, it's just a lot of time. Plus, I can't fly past a gold world quest without doing it, so I end up getting slowed down by those too. I'm high enough up here that I think I'm going to actually go check for the tall guy before I check for this one, because you have to lose a lot of elevation to get to that Clawbreaker. So I'm going to kind of get across here if I can. Highest character, 705. Few that are near that. Everybody except for my priest sucks. All of my priest has some item level. The rest of my characters have nothing. Oh, should I? Sure. Let's just switch our flight style real quick. Main gold source these days? Alts, weeklies, and world quests. Raw gold. I am doing a tiny bit of enchanting and alchemy as well. Just an itty bitty little bit, because anytime I notice my concentration is full, I try to just go craft a couple of basic things that I know will sell. So I'm getting a few thousand gold here and there from that, but I think most of it is just from doing weeklies, gold world quests when I see them, and I see them quite often because I'm checking out all the different zones, Undermine, Koresh, sometimes the original zones. You can get a lot of gold that way. Now that I've done that, I want to go back. One thing I wish for Koresh, skip and buy all the green gear with gold once you've done it in a character. Having to do bees with a zillion characters to catch up on gear. Oh. Yeah. 3 Delve weekly and alt, especially while I'm working on Delver's Journey. Advice for not getting burnt out. If you feel burnt out, take a break. Take a break until you want to play. Do not try to make yourself play if you don't feel like it. Life's too short. It's just not worth it. Did I not just kill Tempest Lord Incarnus? Maybe he wasn't up. Or maybe I forgot to check for him. This one, not up. Check the back side of the hill. Alternatively, could train small children to play characters for you. Only mildly against you, Wes. I need... Usually have to take a break from whatever I'm focusing on too much if it's tiring me. I don't remember really getting burnt out in any part of the game. I must have done at some point. But I think it's just because I'm so naturally flaky and flighty that if, like, the moment that I start to feel kind of antsy, I'm out of there. Like, I never stop to question whether or not I should make myself play it because I'm already, like, 4 activities behind me at that point. There's always something that's more fun that's going on. Unbutton rotation, Moose totally could. He could. You just gotta make it look like a stick you can chew on. Nothing there. A couple times at the end of a raid tier, ready to be done raiding. Yeah, that's true. That's because it's hard to sit down and focus for 3 hours at the end of a day, though. We're actually done. We're done raiding. We're gonna do an achievement run next week, and then we're finished. And I'm a teeny tiny bit bummed just because I kind of wanted to keep going for the Hearthstone, but not everybody's gonna get it. I guess I can farm it eventually later. I could try to farm it in LFR, but I don't think so. Doesn't sound like something I'm gonna do. You ever want to be an Omnicrafter? And how did you manage to stop yourself wanting that? So the idea has occurred to me, and then the thought that follows wanting to be the Omnicrafter with all the professions spread out is, oh, I should set up a spreadsheet. And then I open Google Sheets, and then I go, and then I walk away. Again, flaky. It's right around when I'm naming my document that I wonder, is this still fun? Am I going too far? First boss, the achievement ran a doozy. Yeah. Yeah, could be. I'm gonna get up and walk around a bit. I know I've taken a couple of breaks, but I'm gonna take my official break. I will be back. Burp. Oh, Jacksamir, thank you very much for the 52-month resub. Hey, Hayes, how you doing? I'm doing good. How you doing? Also, Mob Red, thanks for the 34-month resub. Appreciate it. You know what I should do while I'm thinking about it? I'm 2 out of 3 delves in this character. I'm kind of sort of lazy gearing her up. Let's just do the delve. And if it's an Isle of Dorn one, it might have a chance to give us shards. Make a spreadsheet. Hey, Hazel. Hi, Scarlet. Why does only Isle of Dorn give crackling shards? It's because that's the way it was designed. It's kind of like how only the Lich King drops invincible. It's just how it is. This way? This way. I like all the things collecting, but don't want spreadsheets, don't want more than one account. Yeah, I draw the line there too. I cannot. I refuse. The only time anyone ever, like, the only time it got tempting was during Mob Remix, when you were able to use, like, a trial account, so, like, a free one, to, like, pilot your own character through dungeons really quickly. I wanted to try that out because there was a lot of fuss being made about it, and I wanted to kind of give it a whirl. But I didn't even make it very far. I was, like, halfway through making a video on it, then I was like, yeah, this feels kind of scummy. It's not against TOS, but, like, this isn't what I want to do. So this character is 668, so her item level is improving. She's almost qualified. She's almost qualified at this point for the 8 delves that she's doing. She still has a bunch of, like, pretty garbo gear. But it takes her long enough to do these things that it's pretty exciting when I find one of those, like, skippy portals, because it can save me a lot of time still. Felina69, thanks very much for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. But this is good because I still need it for the weekly. I still need it for gear. I need it for her vault. I need it for... I guess I only need it for vault if I'm going to do another one too. But it could give crackling shards, and it could give me... I don't know, brand experience or something. I'm sure there's lots of stuff I need. Oh, gold. There are new delves in Midnight. There's like, what, 9 of them? 8 of them? Something like that in the first season. We're going to have Valira as our delve companion. They're not doing any underwater delves or any, like, drag the candle or water air purifier delves, which is good. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm going to make sheets where there's a limited time currency event to make it less overwhelming for myself. I have made spreadsheets to track my WoW stuff before. Oh, you know what I did? Is I used one for Collector's Bounty, actually, and the very beginning, before the Collector's Bounty Helper add-on. But then the moment that I got the Collector's Bounty Helper add-on, I was like, oh, this is exactly what I was doing, but with less work. You know, this one will automatically update, and it's accessible in-game. So I'm just going to use this. Like, sometimes something that I was going to use a spreadsheet for just gets tracked by an add-on, and then I'm kind of set. No big deal. Like the completionism site. Completionism.net, I think people were saying. I don't use it myself, but people seem to really like it. XP and XP. Yeah. These things I just vendor. I hate them. They're probably great. Ooh, portal. They're probably great, but I don't really bother with them. There was something about it that I didn't like. I think I tried to use it once, and I was trying to get set up to use it, and something upset me, and then I didn't want to use it anymore. I don't remember what got my goat, but I'm picky. I'm weird. Have you checked out the new talents? Not extensively, no. Hi, Hazel. Nice to see you on here today. It is my birthday, 41 today. Happy 41st birthday, Vidalia. I hope you have a magical day. I hope you get to spend it just as you like. Wonderful. Going to something called Shadowplay. Oh. The only thing that I know that's called Shadowplay is like an NVIDIA feature that was for like game recording, and that's probably not what you're talking about. Oh, it's a goth club. Ooh, cool. Here in Portland. Nice. That does sound very Portland from what I remember from living there. One guy has rewritten a lot of the UI. Might want to peek at it again sometime. I'm sure it's awesome. It's just I'm all set for now. Industrial music, EDM, and EBM. I know what EDM is. What's EBM? Do I want to know? That's kind of cool. I think the thing I miss most about Portland is the Saturday market. I love the Saturday market. I just love a street market. I got a crackling shard. It dropped from a mob in a delve, and fun fact, it dropped from the mob's post portal in a delve. I'm doing the Skippy portal. It wants me to just kill the mobs in here, and it decided to give me a shard, so this does count, just in case anybody wanted to know. I think we already knew that, but now I've seen it with my own eyes. Electronic body music. Is that where you're like playing the drums with your feet? It's the sound of things clapping together. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Call the cops. Not sure. We'll find out tonight. Cool. Report back for sure. Interesting. I had no idea that could happen if we used the gate. Yeah, I would have. If somebody had asked me, I would have been like, I don't know. But now I know. So you can get crackling shards post gate, as long as it's Nile of Dorn delve anyway. I'm not sure this is factor. I'm sure it is, but... Hi, Fanboy. How you doing? Happy it is Friday for you. Happy early Friday. How are things? Ooh, ouchie. Pain. This character can do this, but only barely. Alright, so I'm 6 of 10 now. That's exciting. We're 6 of 10 crackling shards. Finally got one out of the delve. Oh, my pet died. Oh no. Rest in peace. Hunter pet's nice for delve. You're ahead of me, still stuck on 5 shards. Finishes him up. Interesting. Do you know if we'll still get to do War Within delves with Bran when midnight comes? I don't know, actually. It's a good question. I guess this will be the first time that delves will be legacy content. Also, that is a huge upgrade for me. We're going to replace the old previous season one as soon as we're out of combat here. Bran, come on. Oh, no, I guess You're fine. What are you gonna see here? Finished cooking up a chili con carne in a slow cooker. Oh, nice. Nah, you're all good. I'm gonna do a hazel mac and cheese tonight. I have some blue cheese. I have some broccoli. Gonna do a nice one. So I was gonna put on. Ooh, I got a veteran ring and a champion ring, so we can replace both of these because I have an adventure and a last season one. So that's great news for my hunter. That'll help her out. Cool. Also, she'll get her weekly done as well. Been without a fridge for 2 months. They called, coming Tuesday the 7th. Don't know if I'm happy because it's going to interfere with Remix drop day. Wow. That's a long time. You must have adapted to some extent. Is there anything that you've been, like, eating differently that I guess you don't need? Does it need refrigeration? More canned food or something? That is, I mean, awful, but fascinating. 5 shards in the bank. Already have the mount. Any word if I can get a second mount and sell it? You cannot. They are for nothing once you've got your first mount. You cannot sell it. You cannot trade it. You cannot gift it. If you pulled it for somebody else, they wouldn't get the mount. You're out of luck. Oh, holy takeout. 280 gold there. I'm gonna check these ones here. Too much eating out, no leftovers. Have a 4 foot in the office. Man, that must be a huge relief once you get it up and running again. We were eating out for about a week, maybe a little longer, right before we moved, because we were trying to basically like not buy groceries that we were gonna have to move anyway. So we did a lot of takeout right before we moved. And oh my gosh, by the end of it, we were so sick of it. We were so ready to just have like some home-cooked regular food. I like takeout, but I can't do it too many days in a row. It's just eats at you. I think it's too salty. I don't know. Something. I am excited for Remix. Yeah, it should be fun. Should be some good stuff. Okay, let's just stick her back in Donegal. We've done about as many rares as I think we're liable to get done today. It tastes great, but not every meal. At least not in those quantities, anyway. You know, the human body needs salt, but not that much of it. Every day can be takeout as long as we make it a picnic. Patch notes out now. Alright, got cash. That one has a veteran gun. I think I have a veteran gun already. So we're all set there. Nice chunk of gold, though. Top 3 takeaway types. Well, this is more of a past me thing because we don't really have much here. But I would say number 1, Indian. Love Indian food. Love Indian takeout too, because like I just get the most carb heavy, just high calorie. It's delicious though. I'll usually get some kind of a curry with a paneer, or actually I really like malai kofta. That's very good, but it's all good. We'll get naan bread. I'll usually get samosas, which are kind of like a street food, like a fried dumpling thing. Those are really good. Sometimes pakora, veggie pakora. I'll get like a mango lassi. Delicious. That's really good after like a big hike or like a yoga day or like a fishing day. Any day where you've like spent a lot of calories and you're behind and you're like, you know what I need to do is load up. I also, for a pescatarian, love a burger day. I get veggie burgers, obviously, but I'll do like a plant-based burger, like a Beyond Burger, or just like a veggie burger. But I love veggie burgers. With yam fries is particularly good. I can also, if it's good, I can go for a milkshake like those. When are you gonna make salmon curry? Salmon curry? I don't know. What's the third one? What's the third one? Burgers, Indian, maybe sushi. I like sushi. Is that my third favorite? I mean, it would have to fight with pizza. Pizza's good too. Love Mexican. I like it well enough, but it's very hit and miss for me. Because I don't like fish tacos and burritos and shrimp tacos and burritos are fine, but they're not like my favorite. So I'll often try like the vegetarian one, and vegetarian Mexican food is very hit and miss depending on who's making it. It can be really good, it can be really fusiony, it can be awful. And it's a bit of a mix up. And your ability to shrug off carbs and not gain 20 pounds just by looking at garlic bread. Yeah, I'm kind of a bread-based being. BBB. Eat a bean and a rice burrito, quesadilla anytime. But that kind of thing I feel like I can just make at home. Like I don't need to get that as takeout. Race class for remix? Zandalari Troll Hunter. Male Zandalari Troll Hunter is my plan. What am I doing? I'm going to, I was going to do some upgrades, actually. And then I need to figure out what I'm doing, because it's 10:45. I guess I could take another character and I could go looking for rares. I could try and do respawns and stuff. Do we have enough? 4 is easy. I mean... veteran stuff. I can't upgrade my champion gear. Except for this one. Sure. Why not? I shouldn't upgrade that when it's terrible. It's not good. Not good for me. Yeah. How long did it take you to get this year's Brewfest mount? Unknown factor. I don't have it yet. I haven't gotten lucky. I've done it every day, less the first day, because I forgot it had started. But I've killed it once a day ever since then, and nothing for me yet. Unless you're talking to somebody else, in which case somebody else might have an answer for you, but I don't, because I don't got one. Make another priest, but I already have like 4. Yeah, let's just vendor all this stuff. We don't need all that. We can just get rid of it. And then I'm gonna put my stuff in the bag. Watch Blizz add Chet to the meta. That would be funny, but I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they'd do it. You two forgot, don't have it. Yeah. More pink. Yeah, we're stocking these back up. Do another little round. Oh, hang on. I need to send I like consolidating my crackling shards to my priest just so I can kind of look at my number and be like, ooh, I have 6. Making my home. My preferred option for going out. Don't like fancy takeout or anything. Make a new demon hunter spec? It's kind of a caster? No. I have no interest. I think it looks great for other people. Met you? Haven't caught the stream lately? You interfere with dinner time here. Sometimes have to decide between the stream and eating. Oh, don't do that. Eating wins. Eating for sure wins. What am I doing? I'm sending my crackling shard to my priest. That's right. Yeah, demon hunters have never spoken to me. They're fine. They're doing their thing. People like them. That's great. Happy for you. What are we doing? We're going. I'm gonna have a little round on Anthus is what I'm gonna do. Take a little lap around the city. Or around the island. See if we can get anything else from the... Get any more shards from the rares. Hi, baby girl. Or I could do the Isla Dorndell that's bountiful on my priest for reasons. Weekly vault, that kind of thing. Oh, hey, Zofix is up. Love that. Crossbow, had that already. Something something demon hunter, something something chaos. Yeah. I think classes that I'm likely to spend more time on. Obviously priest, obviously hunter, maybe druid. Those are kind of my trio. Yeah. Well, you know what the problem is with druid? Oh, I got my Dark Eye Agent cloak. Nice. That actually means that I have all the cloth from rare monster hunting in Kazlagar. That's great. I needed that cloak, actually. I've been a priest main with one break since late mop. Late mop was when I picked priest, and I've been it ever since, with the exception of 2 seasons in Dragonflight where I mained a Preservation Evoker. I had a 2-season-long pre-voker phase in Dragonflight, but I've been a priest otherwise. I want to see you experiment with Druid Melee. And I was thinking about it, but then I thought, I'm not going to see my transmog. And I know I'm a gnome, I don't see my transmog anyways, but like... I think that sometimes talks me out of being a druid. At least a moonkin, you can kind of glyph it. And a resto druid, you can see your mog. I'll have to think about it. Says yes, me. Thanks for the 2-year resub. Holy smokes, you can use Visage form. Not in combat, you can't. Transmog is the reason I stopped playing Preservation too. Yeah. There's always going to be some button you're going to press that's going to stick you into lizard form, and then you're a big old lizard lizarding around. It's like a jump scare. I hate it. Being a gnome versus a cat, definitely different enough. Oh. Biggest issue with druids, they haven't really changed since Kata. Well, if I'm going to be a priest, I may as well be a gnome. I love gnomes. There was never a world where I was going to be a Drakthi or anything but Evoker, because the thing I liked about Evoker was the class, not the race. Bug right now that prevents lizard, forget how it works. Yeah, I heard somebody was saying something about that. I'm not going to bug exploit just so that I can play a race without looking like the race. That's not a me thing to do. If you don't want to be a lizard, you just should play not a lizard, you know? I love a gnome evoker, tiny dragon. That was the best thing about being an evoker, was using transformation toys and consumables to look like not an evoker while doing evoker stuff, because that's hilarious. Get the appeal of not changing the class, but someone who has pressed Wrath 5 bajillion times in my lifetime, very bored of the playstyle now. Kriegwald's Rest. I like the Kriegwald's Rest story today, too. I think I will do it on my priest on 11. She needs the shards. I need, actually, you know what? I need to do Delves my priest. And I guess it doesn't matter if I'm not going to push 3k, which I don't know whether or not we're going to do. It's a maybe. But, I cannot convert all of my runed crest to gilded crest, despite the fact that that's all I need, because I have veteran boots and no upgrades. I don't have any better than veteran boots. Because I have veteran Reshi boots, so I haven't rolled for any other boots, but like, I figured eventually a Delve or something would spit me out some champion boots, if not hero boots. And I think all I need is champion boots so that I can get that achievement and then start being able to convert all of my crests up so that I can turn the runed into gilded at least, and then get a little bit caught up. Because all I need are gilded for upgrades, but like, I just haven't been able to get the stuff. Where is my crackling tricks? I don't even know if Legion Remix is going to let us get a zillion ults to 80 again. I betcha it will. It might not be quite as fast. I wouldn't be surprised if they set things up in a way where you can't use the mailbox exploit that we were using. I don't, exploit's a strong word, but you know, the mailbox strategy that we were using to level alts and remix super fast. It would surprise me if that was doable again, although I haven't tested it at all, so I don't know. Twice Stinger. Wretched. 5%. Twice Stinger has a cloak and a gun. How much better is a 720 belt going to be next week? I mean, it's gonna be the same, right? It's just a question of how much worse the Delph belt would be. But yeah, I don't know. I chucked mine ages ago. I replaced my Delph belt before the nerf even went in because I just didn't want to worry about it. I was sick of it. I didn't want it anymore. Craft the 720. Not a bad idea. You could always wait to see if you get anything out of Vault as well. Because it wouldn't be until next week, so you could check next week's vault. I need to go to the top of the mountain, so I'm going to maybe take the little shortcut up. Also, I've got a weekly to turn in. This character I'm not even gearing up, although I guess he is 670. I suppose he got a Rushy Cloak. I've just been using him to do an extra little lap of rares. See what I can find up. I wanted to go to the top of the mountain. I also wanted to turn in the Archives Weekly. For some gold. Wrong door. Which content are you looking forward to most in Midnight? Story, transmogs, air tours, questline? Oh, collecting, housing, getting decor, decorating my house. That kind of thing. I'm not a story girl. I don't really worry too much about what the NPCs are talking about. I'm a big cutscene skipper. Not super invested in what's going on there. So I'll do the stuff to get whatever rewards they're gonna bribe me with, but I'm not exactly following what's going on. There we go, 3k gold, plus he's got a veteran belt. Sure, yeah, pop that on. Why not? Speaking of, aloha, how are you? Aloha. I'm doing good, how you doing? Most people looking forward to housing, yeah. We've just been waiting for it for so long. It's been such a long time. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna maybe clean up my bags a little bit. And oh yeah, I was gonna go check for Chronolith. That's right. Yeah, just chuck some stuff, why not? Afraid my friends won't house beside me. I'm excited to see what my neighborhood looks like and what my neighbors look like. I'm assuming my guildies are gonna do housing. I don't know for sure, but like, we'll see what's going on. But no matter what, I'm gonna have Flabby for a neighbor. I've extracted a promise in blood. I actually did get a new trading post mount. I usually skip them, but this time around I decided I wanted the Headless Horseman mount. So I got it actually. I loosened the purse strings and I dropped 700 tender and I got the Headless Horseman's hallowed mount. You should sell your neighbor spots. Yeah, I don't know about that. Oh man. That's alright. Afraid of the big lobbyist corporations buying up all the livable land. Yeah, I am hoping that's not the vibe. There's Chronolith, Might of the Mountain. I could do the pet battle again for another 17 polished pet chunks. Sometimes they give like 20, but I'll do it for 17. If they don't have any neighborhoods named Mr. Rogers, I don't want to live in them. What if I want to be secluded? Is that an option? They said that there are different types of plots within a neighborhood that have different amounts of density. So if you want to be kind of away from your neighbors and you want to be a bit of a hermit, that is an option. I want pet battle add-ons on. And then I guess I'm gonna do Isladorn Delve with my priest after this. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll get another shard. So the pricing one of the plots and the way things are now, I'm gonna be homeless for a while. I did hear that prices aren't final. So I'm gonna try not to worry about it too much until oh hang on, my pets are not happy. They're not healthy. I'm gonna try not to worry about it too much until such a time as it's like in the game. Can I have 2 houses? You can have a Horde and an Alliance house, I believe. I think you can have one of each. And then you can choose which, like, your characters can do. Can go to either of them. I haven't played with it yet, though, so I'm not 100%. But there's just, as far as I understand, the Elwyn Forest neighborhood and then like the Durotar looking one. There is no Teldrassil neighborhood or like Axdar or, you know, Mulgore or anything like that. I know I've seen some confusion. People were like, why aren't they showing the Night Elf neighborhood? And I think you can get Night Elf decorations, but I think that it's gonna be Elwyn-y outside. Finally live out my dream of being a weird recluse living in an overgrown lot in a dilapidated old mansion in a cul-de-sac. take this character home. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna park him back out again. I'll drop his stuff off in the bank, and then I'm gonna park him back out at the Violet Hold rares, because those are the ones that have a lot of the transmog that I still need. The Violet Hold prisoners. Perfect to me, especially by the coast. Moonwell's Night Elfie stuff in the Alliance neighborhood. But you're not gonna be like in Teldrassil or anything. I think some people think there's gonna be more choice about what the where your external neighborhood is gonna be, and it's just two things. I was gonna pop the pet charms down there, that's right. I want to live in the Dwarven starting zone. What do you say is a good number of characters to have? Oh, super personal. Some people are happy as a clan with just one, and some people need like 50 or 60. Very much depends on who you are, what you like to do, and if you want any more characters. My characters go up and down. I make new alts when I feel like it, and I delete them when they annoy me for being here and not doing anything. So I have somewhere in the neighborhood of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Some 30-ish. Let's call it 30-ish. A little bit more, but some of them are lower level. I have 30-ish. It feels like a little too many for me, but that's just me. I was gonna do a delve. Remember the Great Purge. Morning, afternoon, evening-ish. Hazel and the room. Hi, Milligrams. How you doing? Do you have your original character? What do you mean my original character? Like the first one I ever made? No. I bounced around to different servers for years before I settled on Lightbringer. So I have graveyards of old characters that I played. Because I didn't play any of them for longer than like a couple of months. I could not pick a lane. I could not pick a character when I first started playing the game. I would be a new character every 3, maybe 6 months, sometimes less. So it's not like I had like one main that I played for like a whole expansion or anything when I first started. Like I bounced around a lot. I consider this to be my first main because I didn't start playing her till late MoP, but this is the longest chunk that I've ever played. Like before her, I didn't stick to any character very long. I'm gonna do this. That's what I'm gonna do. See if I don't. Do an 11. Where are my crests? I might actually be able to send a few upgrades before we do this. Count that as a yes. But yeah, like if you're looking for the character that I played during Wrath, long gone. Or like my Cataclysm characters I think are gone as well. I was born in June of 07. Did not even play my first account, though I still have it. It's inactive. Every once in a very blue moon, I run into something where I'm unable to... Like, there's something that I swear I had collected, but I can't find it, and I don't remember which character collected it, because it was something that I did so long ago that I can't even figure out who it was to restore them to, like, get access to my account, so I have to redo something. But it hasn't happened for a long time. Okay. 6 out of 10 shards. Over halfway there. OG characters may still exist in the graveyard of my cousin's account. Yeah, the first time I ever set foot in WoW, I didn't have an account yet. I was at a friend's house. I'd never played WoW. I made a character on their account and I just ran around on their computer for an afternoon. Like that was the first time I ever played. I'm gonna do an 11. How's my brand doing in my Delver's Journey? I want to get this done. Getting there. The Aether Gate's gonna be kind of cool. That's next. I'm gonna use a cheap flask. The main I play now is the one I made in the day that WoW launched. That's pretty cool. I'm a bit jealous of that. That's awesome. Aunt made me let him keep... My aunt made him let me keep playing on it. Oh, you know what I don't have, actually? Hang on. It's gonna bother me. I killed Heroic Dimensius last night without a mana oil because I ran out. and I forgot I could open the guild bank and take them out of there. I had a mana oil for the first half of the raid night, but then I didn't have any more of them, and I haven't been buying them in large quantities because for a while they were just getting vendored. But anyways, sorry guys. We had to take timed turns on our grandparents' desktop on the weekends. Oh man, that's funny. I used to have to do that with my sister as a little kid with our Game Boy. We had to share a Game Boy and a save file of Pokemon Blue because nobody understood that you couldn't have different save files, so we were literally trying to play the same game. It was a mess. It did not go well. Hope you're having a good day, Hazel. Thanks, Noxlim, and right back at you. First play experience I had at my buddy's house. Here you go. Made a druid. He came back in the room saying 10 minutes later saying, how do you like it? And lo and behold, it wasn't 10 minutes. It was 2 hours. I don't remember how long I played. I remember I was at my friend's house. It was a Draenei Hunter. I spent a lot of time listening to her say, I need to get closer because I had error speech on. And I didn't really understand range. Or WASD for that matter. I had not spent a lot of time. PC gaming for me up to that point was largely Neopets. I'd played a little bit of other games like that, but not much. I was really inexperienced. So movement was hard for me. And
watch your step.
Yeah. I was just shooting moths in Amon Vale. And I would get excited every time that I killed one, and then the corpse started sparkling because I was like, wait, so whatever's on there is for me to keep, and I can sell these to a vendor, and they'll definitely buy it, and then that's gold that I get to keep. So I could just spend all day and I could kill as many of these as I want. They're just gonna respawn. They're never gonna cut me off, and I can keep all of it. Like, I was just so enchanted by the idea that you could just farm mobs as much as you wanted, and that they were gonna give me experience for as long as I felt like I wanted to stay there. Like, that was just so cool to me. That was never more fun than it is on your first character. That adventure is a once-in-a-lifetime event. I had, I think, the most fun a couple of years in once I started to feel like I knew what I was doing. Keep trying to play different races, always end up abandoning or deleting them. Coming back to Dark Irons for the Mole Machine and Torrents for the Generals. I think that's one of the reasons I've stuck with WoW for so long, is because the fundamental gameplay loop of killing boars is very fun to me. I like it a lot. I'm a big fan. I'm in my raid spec. That's a mess. I don't want that.
Interrupt.
Still kind of is. Hang on. Give it a few minutes here. Native Americans, the Torn aesthetics really are cool. Most fun is being on Ventrilo till 3 AM raiding Karazhan. Open world. I think I love it after an expansion where we've defeated God and the next farmer we come across is like, hey, get my pigs back! You there! You look bored! I like that too. I like small scale quests.
Watch your step.
How's the house coming along? Getting your decor the way you like it?
Watch
I mean, WoW housing's not available yet. No, it's good. It's good. I got, actually, over my last weekend, I got the rest of my pictures hung up that I had brought with me unpacked. I have some, like, tapestries that I put up, and I shuffled a couple things around, and I, like, moved some rugs. All my rugs are too small. The one under my desk is good. But the rest of my rugs, I bought them for a much smaller space, so now they're all awkward and small, but I don't want to replace them. But eventually I probably will, because they're just awkwardly, they're not the right size for the space. And also they've seen some stuff. There we go. Skippy portal. Yeah, no, it's starting to look real cute. Still so very happy for you. I'm happy for me too. I have been loving, I mean every day, but especially my days off, because I get to just like putter around and do different projects, and oh man. I like being in my kitchen. I like cooking stuff. I like baking stuff. I weirdly like cleaning my kitchen. I never used to enjoy that before. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Watch
But
your
it's kind of
step.
satisfying. Like getting it all squeaky clean. I like daydreaming about what I might do to it. You know, in terms of like paint or cabinets, hardware, or sink faucets, that kind of thing. Leia, thank you for the 53-month reset. Appreciate it. Do a crazy quilt, rug style. Yeah. They're all different thicknesses and textures, though. I could just layer them up, just make a big pile of them.
Watch your step.
Imagine that you had a complete furniture store. Say IKEA, cheapens to buy stuff, although there is... No IKEA on the island. There is one on the mainland. You could get stuff shipped and delivered. I do need furniture, or I want furniture. I don't need it. I'm living just fine with the furniture I have, but I would like to get some furniture. There's actually quite a few things I want, but I'm sitting on that. I'm leaving that alone for now. I gotta save up to get the stuff that I really want. I want a great big table, like a dining table that I can like actually like host more than 2 people at a time. I want a bigger bed. It'll be a bit of a tight squeeze to squeeze it in the bedroom, but then we can have our current bed as like a guest bed, so again for visitors. I wouldn't mind like everything just a little different, you know? I could use a real dresser. My dresser is made out of cardboard. I have the cheapest dresser ever. I bought it to like as a stopgap ages ago. Why am I so confused and lost? I think we're going this way. Because I just needed a real cheap, some place to just get my clothes off of a pile on the floor like 2.5 apartments ago. And I was like, all right, this is fine. It's like $40. I'm just going to use this for a while. It's fine that it's not durable because once I move to Canada again, once I move home, I'm going to get a real one. And I moved home and I got a bunch of furniture, but for some reason I didn't do a dresser. And now I've moved again with the $40 dresser. It's on its 3rd place. It is in shambles. But like, I don't know. Like, I know that if I get like a real one, I want like a wood one. I want it to be nice. I want it to be heavy. And I want to buy it once. So I want to make sure I can afford to get something that I really, really like. That's kind of classic and going to last forever because I don't want to be doing this again. I have not moved to Hawaii. What makes you say that? Your antenna summoned 5 orbs. Never seen that many. I tend to kite them by accident. That happens to me sometimes. Oh, hey, I got another combat curio. All right, so what do we get? I got a hero track ring, which I don't particularly need. I got a veteran track warbound ring, which might be nice for my alts. I got a champion track helm, which is useless to me. You know, we got like undercoins and stuff. Brand's got some good experience. Gilded crest, we like that. Oh, you said mainland. Yeah, Canada. So when I say mainland, I mean like Vancouver and surrounding area, Delta, that kind of thing. Because I live in Vancouver Island. I've never in my life been to Hawaii. Would you get a table that could convert to a tabletop gaming table? I mean, don't all tables do that if you put a tabletop game on it? You want to see my mug? I've got like a Koresh mug on. Isn't it cute? Also, I'm not really like tabletop gaming, you know? I'm playing games on the computer. I'm more of a PC gamer than a tabletop gamer. I don't know if I could talk my neighbors into playing Settlers of Catan with me. What am I doing? Also, I've never played Settlers of Catan. Honestly, my main experience with like tabletop games and even like board games at parties that are like sort of more in-depth ones for nerds are usually I can't learn them on the fly. I'm at a party, I'm already uncomfortable because I'm like not home in my jammies, and then someone's like, here's 32 rules, and my brain is like, okay. And someone has to tell me pretty much what to do every time it's my turn because I have no idea what's going on. I've never learned a tabletop game to such a degree that I could have fun with it. Also, this is all from like 15 years ago, so of course I was drinking, which does not help. I don't know if you've ever tried to learn a game's rules, like a board game, while drinking, but good luck. At least if you're me. There's only so many marbles you can fit up there. I like playing games I already know how to play. Alright, so what am I doing now? I want shards. I did my Isle of Dorndell, though. And everyone would get annoyed with you, at least it feels like an annoyance. Yeah, I wouldn't, yeah, I didn't, it wasn't really my thing. But that's alright. I don't think I'm exactly about to put a D&D group together. I live in the middle of nowhere now. And I'm pretty happy to live in the middle of nowhere. What am I doing? What am I up to? I don't know. I mean, I guess I could work on crackling shards again. We could try just grinding some mobs for a bit, see if we get lucky that way. I could always do it solo. Nothing says I have to join a group. But the big reason I want a big table, aside from being able to host family for dinner and stuff when they do come visit, is I would love to be able to have a big table I can spread out puzzles on. Or just crafting, you know? Like, if I'm gonna set up my sewing machine somewhere and, like, work on hemming some curtains or something, it would be nice to have room to spread it out. How is Moose enjoying the garden? Oh, he's having a blast. He is ripping up. Now that it's damp and the ground is kind of soggy, he is tearing trails through the sod, like through all the grass, basically, because he runs very fast, and he kicks off with great speed and force. So, we're, you know, TBD on exactly how much damage he's gonna do, but right now I've got stars in my eyes trying to plan where I want to put beds and what I want to plant in them and what I want to start. I want to grow so many things next year, and I'm gonna try and do way too much, and I'm gonna get really overwhelmed, and I can't wait. I want to start stuff inside. I want to do flowers, and I want to do peppers and tomatoes, and I want to plant stuff outside. I want to do beans, and I want to do lettuces, and I actually put some spinach outside right now because why not? It was $4. We'll see if it comes up. See if we have enough time before last frost to get like a baby spinach crop off or something. Oh, I want to do, I've been watching gardening videos. I got it bad. What are we doing? We are, oh, I'm not a hunter. I was like, where's my hunter pet? Oh, I'm a priest. Hold on. Kira is getting around the house well. She has found everything. She found it all pretty much immediately. I thought she was going to hide. It's not unusual for a cat that's moved to kind of hide for a little while. And she did not do that. She was like, all right, this is my house. I'm going to take a tour. I'm going to go have a look around, you know, proverbially speaking. I'm going to go have an explore and then check in with you later. And she just, you know, gets up, wanders around, sees what's what. She's found all her favorite spots. Her favorite room is this room. She loves my office. I've got a big comfy bed set up in here that was kind of for the dog, but it's her bed. And whenever I'm in here, if she wants, oh, she can get on my lap. But right now, she's just on a blanket on the floor. Hi, sweetie. You can get to Old Dalaran. There's a portal in the portal room. It should be Northrend Dalaran, I think is what they call it. Let our back garden get overgrown. Now there's a pumpkin growing in a tree. Oh well. Love gardening. Been doing indoor herbs for years. I've been balcony gardening for years. I've done herbs. I've done tomatoes and peppers in an old place that had better sun. Last place I managed to do some lettuce and stuff. Like, I've been container gardening on a balcony for a long time, but it's annoying. You have to make sure you're not dripping water on your downstairs neighbors. You have to fill a watering can in your bathtub and then carry it out to your balcony and try not to spill water all over your floor. You're working with pretty constrained, you know, parameters. And then the last place that I lived in, loved that place, but the outdoor sun sucked. It was sandwiched between buildings in a way where you got very little direct sun exposure, and it was kind of windy. So I made some stuff work, but this place is a dream for gardening compared to that. I have room for compost. I had an indoor worm bin before, and I've kept it, and I still have it, and I fed them a banana this morning. But I have compost piles and tumblers now. I have like sealed ones for stuff that's going to be a little smellier because you got to be careful about the bears. I have open piles that I can put stuff in once it's kind of like broken down a bit more, or if I'm just composting like yard waste and stuff. I've been chopping things, I've been shredding things, I've been turning things, got myself a big fork I can just I'm into it. I'm playing with my pet dirt. Really love growing purple basil. Slight cloves mint, spicy basil. It sounds pretty. Are the worms outside? No, of course not. They would get cold. There's really no reason why the worms can't be inside. They don't smell at all. They don't leave their bin. It's just like a Rubbermaid tote that just kind of like sits somewhere. And they eat faster and they're more active and they're happier at indoor temperatures. People do sometimes keep them like outdoors, or depending on your climate, or like in a garage or something, but I don't really have access to anything like that, so it's easiest just to keep them inside because it's happier. Plus, it's super convenient to feed them stuff, and that way if there is any like scraps that I want to feed them that I'm worried are like too smelly that might attract bears, I can just give them to the worms inside. The worms eat them and then they don't smell so much. Cannot wait for spring to start my gardens over again. I'm excited. I love yard work. I know it's early and I could still change my mind, but so far I'm a big fan. I like just going outside with my gloves and my shears and just kind of like puttering. I like trying to like poke around and see what's already planted. I'm like Googling things to see if things need to be pruned or when they need to be pruned. You know, occasionally pruning things, cleaning things up, taking the stuff I've pruned off of them, shredding it up for the compost. Kind of trying to have a look at where the beds are going to go or what I can use to kind of improve my soil until then. It's just fun. I can use like my aquarium water from my fish tank to help like enrich my beds too, although I only have one teeny tiny little fish in there, so it's not like she's exactly fertilizing it much, but she's doing her best. You know, Barbara's working on it. Nostra Douglas, thank you very much for the brand new sub for you. But yeah, it's hard to spend time inside because outside is so much fun. It's cold out there now, but the rain was good because it finally soaked my compost piles through. I want to grow everything. It's just so much fun. World of Warcraft and compost. I think I found the perfect story. Could you also have bees? I could. Bees are extra. I'm probably not going to. Everything can attract bears, but some things are more likely to attract bears. And as far as I can tell, I think bees are kind of asking for it. I'm going to have bears in my yard regardless. We've already seen the prints. My husband saw a bear in our backyard. Like, it's happening. They're gonna go through. They go through everybody's yards. The thing is to make sure that they're not gonna find anything that makes them want to keep coming back every day. That's what we're trying to avoid. It's not about never seeing a bear. It's about trying to not provide them with a buffet. So, I'm not doing any bird feeders at all. And I'm not gonna do bees. If I ever did chickens, I would probably want to try to set up electric fencing as well. People do manage it, but like, I don't know. I also don't really, I don't know if I have enough room for chickens. I would maybe have to hide them. But I want the manure. You can buy manure to mix into your compost or to mix into your soil. And it's not expensive to buy, but it feels kind of funny to buy poop when I could have animals poop for free. Forgot there were bears. We have lots and lots of black bears here. There are not supposed to be grizzly bears. You know, knock on wood. They're not supposed to be here. Apparently if you have swam over and started causing problems, but I haven't seen them. But big black bear country here, so you just gotta be careful with your food and stuff. And maybe like give the yard a nice scan before you go out there with the dog, or let the dog off leash. Because Moose would try to make friends and he would get into trouble, so we just have a little look before we let him out. Are there moose there other than yours? No. No, there are elk though. No moose, but there are elk. And then lots of deer. I have a mama deer and her 2 fawns who are slowly growing up to be young bucks. You can see their antlers coming in and they're just growing up so fast. And they live nearby and you can see them walking by the window all the time. Yeah, I've never seen an elk, but I'm excited to eventually. I've heard they're huge. I had never seen a bear until Monday or Sunday. But I finally saw one, and it was very exciting, and it was very scary. It was cool, though. Just gotta be careful. Keep your eyes open and your wits about you. Maybe I should get a bear pet for one of my hunters. I like wow bears as hunter pets. I think they're cute. I don't know what I marked down there. I have rare scanner marking rares for me as they come up. Oh, I shouldn't mess with some fun. Finished getting my 3 hunters. Their ability to tame all things last night took like forever. Oh, like all the different like special beast tames that you have to unlock? That's cool. I want crackling shards. We're getting there. We're at 6. This is not being wolf farming. It's not a being wolf farming group. I haven't joined a group. That's my bar. Also, I don't think anyone cares except for you. That's the beautiful thing about making your own rules for yourself is you can bend them whenever you want. I just don't like being in farming groups because, like, it's kind of annoying to, like, make sure you're tagging everything. I tend to lose track of where the other people farming are standing or, like, going. Sometimes I'll pull out of things because I think that we're all fighting something, but then I'm alone fighting all that stuff that I pulled with the intent to... Undoy. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be in war mode. Thankfully, a lot of account-wide things. Oh, that's good. Yeah, you'd be waiting for skinning. It's just kind of, it just feels messy. It just kind of stresses me out. Leave the gnomes alone. I don't really need to be in war mode for this. I had just kind of forgotten that I'd left it on. I guess while I'm in war mode, I can go check for Clawbreaker, Kthizix. What's their name? Kthizix. Actually, it was pretty close. Any rare? No, not right now. I'm so excited that I finally got a shard from a delve. It's so cool. It was a higher level delve, and I know they can drop from lower level delves. I guess it was just a mob during the delve, so it doesn't really matter what level it was. Yeah, no problem. I gotcha. I gotcha. And my bags are a mess. I think I turned off Leatrix's ability to auto. No, it's still vendoring stuff. But for whatever reason, it hasn't been doing it. There is a new one. Yeah, if you click that article, it'll tell you all about it. It's like a baby pit lord pet. Do you name any of your hunter pets after your own pets? Yeah, on my human hunter, Valeria. My human hunter is kind of my self-insert hunter, because I'm a human IRL, allegedly. And she has a Bakar, like a big dog named Moose, and then she has like a silver cat, like a tiger pet, named Kira. That's the one. Still using scrap. I don't trust scrap anymore. It was selling... I think it was, anyways. I don't think it was me. I think it was selling some stuff that I wanted to keep. And I messed with the settings a few times, and I tried making sure I added stuff to my exclusion list, but it was still chucking stuff. And they probably fixed it, but they really... My trust in them has really taken a big ol' hit. You? And these guys. Get that? It's horrible. It was always my Elgari mana oil, too. I was always out of it, even though I would stock up and I would buy like 3 or 5 at a time. And eventually I started just buying 1 or 2 at a time because I didn't trust my thing to not vendor them. And it just kept chucking it. And that stuff's pretty expensive. But I feel bad laying that allegation at the door of Scrap because I don't for sure know that that's what was doing it. I just couldn't otherwise explain it. And it stopped happening once I disabled it. But, you know, it's pretty serious accusations to make. Yeah, I'm in Void Weaver. Where's all my, earrings? I guess you can kill stuff pretty fast nowadays. I haven't had one from doing this in a little while, but you just gotta get lucky eventually. Scraps hold several battle pets I had in my bags and no issues since I disabled it. Yeah. It's just a bit upsetting because I used it so successfully for so long. It was amazing during Collector's Bounty for chucking like soulbound gear that was low level from old content. And I've used different add-ons for that over the years, but Scrap was like my kind of my modern hero. Maybe one day I'll forgive them and give it another try. See if we can upset any bees here. Probably work my way back up the... there's some over here too. You really think those guys would AoE pull, but they didn't seem to want to. It's funny, I'm still using these copper Cave Dweller's Delights to heal myself as like a real cheapo healing pot. And they don't do a whole lot anymore. I could probably stop. Marking things as useful solves those problems. I tried that. I specifically tried that for my Elgari mana oil because, and it was weird that it would ever sell it in the first place because it's not supposed to sell things that are like, you know, current consumables, right? And nothing in my settings was indicating that it should try to do that, but I figured I would mark it as, you know, don't sell this just in case. And it didn't help. It didn't fix it. SWW1, thank you for the 5-month resub. Appreciate it. I am shard collecting. When the Bees quest is up, they drop them, and when not, usually the rares do. I've done most of my rares for the day. There's only a few left that I didn't find up yet. There we go. Hello, how you doing? Let's see. We're at 6 out of 10 now. We're getting there. It's coming along. Go back to the other end of the beach. Here, we'll do this. Oh, and Silver Song Knox, thanks very much for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Druid still gets shard drops. Been a bit since I got them all. They can continue to drop even after you've got them out. It's a bit funny. There's nothing that stops them from dropping. And there's nothing else you can do with them either. There's no benefit to getting any further past 10. I thought I was just going to get mine kind of like accidentally, incidentally throughout the course of the expansion. And I did not. I got 2 that way. And I was lucky to get 2. One of them I think came when I was doing this farm for Cinder Pollen for the bee mount. They'll save them in case they let us give them to someone. Satisfying. Finished a Revendreth Traveling Network set. Ooh, nice. chill to be in here. Aww. You guys are sweet. What? Trying to figure out if there's anything I would rather be doing. I think this is pretty much it, though. Oh, you know what I should do is I should take my mount keybind and I should convert it from Searsbarg to the new trading post mount that I got so I can spend some more time with it. I like keybinding new mounts when I get them sometimes to sort of break them in, so to speak. Especially when they fly. I'm too lazy to do the mount that you have. It was not half as bad as the one I'm working on now. Searsbarg came together much more easily and quickly than the crackling shards are for me. Your mileage might vary based on RNG, but yeah, I'm trying to do the shards now. I have 6 out of 10. They've come from a variety of different things out in the Isle of Dorn. I'm just trying to make sure that whatever I'm doing, it's something on the Isle of Dorn, so that we're making progress here. But yeah, I'm having a much worse time with this one. Searsbarg I was able to do across like a couple of days. Follower dungeons were very good for it. 1 to 2 hours per day, and if it drops, okay, and if not, I do it the next day. I think where I'm going wrong is I have it in my mind that I would really love to finish it before Legion Remix comes out, which is next week, which does not give me a lot of time, and you can't really force these things. You can do your best, and it will drop or it won't, but it's kind of a bozo move on my part to sort of try to like expect that I'm gonna get it done, because it's just not possible. It's not how this works. You've got the right move for sure, but I don't know if it'll get done before Legion Remix. Well, at least have made some progress. You know, 6 shards is much better than 2. Come back! It's funny they don't pull with their friends. I might need to buy some more health pots for this. I'm trying to farm crackling shards for the Alanir amount. Did not expect a thing for the shards, but didn't drop for an hour or two, because if I did, it would piss me off. Yeah. What aren't real friends? What did I say? Oh, the wolves that don't pull together, yeah. Maybe they just have a really strong self-preservation instinct. Still no Brewfest mounts. Yeah. Tough luck. 9 level 80s, haven't seen a single shard yet. I really thought that the leveling alts thing was going to be my savior. I did that for about a week, and I got none that way. And it's just RNG. Like, somebody else could have done the same thing and gotten 4. It's just a question of getting lucky. If you skin those wolves. Yeah, I don't have skinning, though. Plus, then I would have to slow down to skin them. Although it is kind of tempting. I can see that I'm leaving these things on the ground. But this is the character that I have that's gonna kill them fastest, and I actually use my 2 professions in this character. This one's got enchanting and alchemy, and they're both like capped out and everything, so I'm not gonna swap it out. I would have to farm them on a different character that probably wouldn't kill them as quickly. That's great. I've been enjoying the leveling. 5k mobs without skinning, 4k with skinning. I'm a little bored of this. Let's move on and do a different thing. Bought the other mounts with the gold. Oh, nice. Oh, you bought other mounts. Yeah. What did I want to do? Oh, I wanted to go check on Spring Bubble and Sanders again. I shouldn't write it off entirely just because it didn't drop me a mount or drop me a shard yet. It's funny, with the rarity of these shards, it's kind of like each shard is a mount drop, but you have to get 10 of them to get a mount together. It's almost surprising to me that as many people as have the mount already have it. You know? People have it. Just not me. Oh, thanks for the combo. Show me mount? Yeah. Alunira. This one. You gotta get 10 shards. You combine them into a storm vessel, which you can use to pull the rare that spawns over here at the top of the hill. And that removes the shield so that you can kill the rare and it gets you the mount. It has to be your storm vessel, though. That combo alert scared me. New thing. It's cool. Yeah, it's kind of cute. After you get them out, you get so many shards you can't do anything with. Maybe, but I think after I get this mount, you're not going to catch me out in this zone for a while. I think this is... I'm going to be on an Isle of Dorn break. Access to Midnight Alpha? Let me recheck my launcher again. Not yet. Not that I've seen. Oh, let's see. Nope, don't see it. Yeah, let's go date Spring Bubble again. In theory, these little rares with the short respawn time have the same drop rate as the big rares. In theory. It's just a question of whether or not it's true. What are you farming for? Just got here. Crackling shards. Crackling shards for Alunira. I have 6 out of 10 that I need. I was farming mobs for a little bit. I got one in a delve earlier today in one of my alts. That was kind of exciting. And I'm going to spend a little time doing these 2 rares. Plus a couple of mobs around them to see if they want to cough anything up for me. They haven't done yet, but they could. I only need 4 more shards. 6 pretty good. Yeah! I was stuck on 2 for a long time. I had like a solid week where I was trying to farm them that I could not get off of 2. Any look on shards? Yeah, I got a shard earlier on my hunter alt in her delve. It dropped off of an ethereal mob that was past the ethereal gate in the delve. Which is kind of a nice thing to know, because like, those I guess count as Isle of Dorn mobs, as long as the delve was an Isle of Dorn delve. I kind of thought it would work like that, but I wasn't 100% sure until I saw it. Some streamers say they're using the War Within beta client for alpha. Ooh, okay. I will check that out then. I was wondering if maybe it was misnamed, but I didn't want to assume anything because it seemed like Copian. Wowhead now has all the Heron Ear Druid forms data mined, their color variants. Are other people like in alpha, like it's up and running and working? Is your hunter safe from purging? That one, yeah. Looking forward to your Midnight Alpha beta content. Oh, shucks. I'm almost finished for today anyways. We only run until noon, so another 15 minutes or so. Yeah, I want to say the swimming form. Wowhead, show me. Also, let's go back to Spring Bubble. Oh, they've got Shaman Totems and forms and color variants. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at this. Here, let me go kill Spring Bubble and then we'll pull it up. Eternal Alpha. Well, I don't work for Blizzard. Love my Zandalari Troll Druid. So tempted to race change to Heron Ear after seeing those forms. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a Heron Ear Druid. I'm gonna look at this. Hold on. Hold on. Here, I'm gonna leave this character here. Ta-da. Alrighty. Bunch of people were invited to Alpha yesterday. Well, it's okay. Let's not dwell on it. It doesn't do any good to think about that too much. I'm sorry, that's the bear form? We saw this angle. It has quite the tail on it. This didn't surprise me too much. This surprises me a lot. Interesting. Worth remembering, of course, that if you are not super into the Harenir Druid forms, we have lots of Druid glyphs and customizations you can unlock that are not your racial Druid form. So if you want to be a Harenir Druid but you're like not keen on any of these, you could always just reskin one of them to something else. So this is the feral form. That's cool. I like that a lot. That is the feral form, right? Yeah. And then this is the Moonkin form. I have feelings. But I'm not a Moonkin anyway. Here's Travel. Adorable. Love that. Sort of otter adjacent. Here's Flight. Eh. Alright, those ears just look like something's gonna get stuck in there. That's just a hazard. And Swimming form. That's the axolotl adjacent swimming form. Travel form looks like a ferret to me. Yeah, yeah. Definitely a mustelid. Oh, and then here's the tree for all the tree use that happens. Interesting. Oh, spring bubbles back. All right, all right. And then I'm gonna pop back over to Sanders again. We've got, I'll pull up Shaman Totems next. WoW had posted Shaman Totems. Let's take a look at those in a sec here. Tree even used anymore? It's a cosmetic option. You can cosmetically pop yourself into it if you want. I don't usually. Okay. Shaman Totems. Harenir Shaman Totems. Interesting. Kind of cute. Totems look dope. I'm excited to play around with Harenir Character Creator, like for just the base race options. That's the thing I'm excited to dig through. That would be pretty fun. Don't people pair totems for me? But they look cool. Can't wait to be a Harenir. People have really good luck grinding these two, but not me. Not yet. Makes me nervous. Oh, Kanar, thank you very much for the 38-month resale. Appreciate it. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good month. Years. That's years. They just, you know. Smash Mess was right. They start coming, they don't stop coming. We're going back to Sprinkle. At least we got a good amount of gold today from just weeklies and vendoring stuff. 13k acorns. What do you do with them? You look at them and you go, haha, I have 13k acorns. They're not for much. They don't do a whole lot. Kind of a vanity metric. Sometimes you can gamble, I think. Occasionally we'll do predictions where you can bet your acorns on certain outcomes, but it's pretty low stakes because they're not for anything. You can highlight messages. I think you can modify emotes. There's some built-in stuff with Twitch you can do. Any more shards? Maybe 6 is a good number for today. Maybe I'll go swing by Prisoner again and see if maybe that's up. %. So we really need... Did I really get all this stuff from Kovacs? I guess I did. I need a lance still from Karike, which is the... Or Karik, perhaps, the Arakoa prisoner. Everything else I guess I've tried for the day. Did you ever watch the cartoon The Wild Thornberries? I did not. I've never seen that one. I do love female gnome voice, though. Howdy do. Howdy do, Sorcerer. How are you doing today? Happy Thursday. I have 1.071 million acorns running out of places to hide them. Your tree stash is threatening to burst. Doing all right yourself? Yeah, I'm doing good. Staying nice and cozy, layering up for the cool weather. I am dying to carve a pumpkin. I'm gonna have to go buy some pumpkins because I haven't grown any, and I want to carve some. And also, I guess a pumpkin carving kit, a little knife or something like that. I haven't carved a jack-o'-lantern in a long time, and every year I'm like, I'm gonna do it. And this year I'm gonna do it. I'm remembering it's October 2nd today. I almost said the 1st. It's the 2nd today. It's time. Please don't die in us. Doing what? Carving pumpkins? Put up some of my Halloween decor yesterday morning. Nice. Yeah, big excited to carve pumpkins. Maybe I'll even like buy a cooking pumpkin and like make something with it. I've never done that before. I've never actually like processed a pumpkin myself. Make a little pumpkin pie or cookies or something like that. But aside from that, I don't really have Halloween decor. I do have Christmas stuff, but we gotta wait until December-ish. November at the earliest. Alright, October. After Canadian Thanksgiving. Actually, I think Canadian Thanksgiving is pretty soon. I have to figure out if I'm doing anything. I already kind of cooked a big dinner last week. Maybe that counts. Have to watch It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, every year. Let's go check on this rare as well. Haven't been through there yet. Harvest Festival is now. Is there anything new this year? Harvest Festival. Brewfest? If we mean the in-game WoW Festival that's running until... Oh, hang on. Harvest Festival ends. Harvest Festival begins. No, it's a different one. Oh, I haven't heard. You're right, that is a different one. Yeah, I have no idea. There's not usually much to Harvest Festival, is there? As a Canadian, I think Americans have the right idea of putting it in November so October gets to be all Halloween season. Yeah, I think some of the logic is that the growing season is shorter in a lot of Canadian areas, provinces, so having your kind of like harvest feast in October when you're actually harvesting stuff makes more sense. But practically, if, you know, we're getting things from grocery stores anyways, I guess it doesn't really matter. It does feel a little weird having it in October. But I don't do Thanksgiving every year, just kind of when it occurs to me. It's not a super top of my list holiday. Usually Christmas gets kind of all the family events. Kind of sucks that you don't get the opposite faction mount for Nazjatar reps. Gotta do it twice. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of doing. Yeah, I definitely want to bake stuff. I got some more apples so I can make an apple crisp. I did an apple pie last week and that was good. But it's apple crumble time. Spring Bubble, do you have any shards for me? Please? Research Harvest Fest. It's a very, very small WoW holiday. There's kind of like fallen hero memorials to honor. It doesn't usually have... I don't want to say it doesn't have anything, but I can't remember if it has anything attached to it. Cosmetic-wise. I think it's pretty skippable. Yeah. Daylight short enough end in November needs a holiday. Yeah. November is like one of the gloomiest months. Although I can get excited early about Christmas. If I'm doing it right, I'm using November to start my holiday shopping. Shards come when least expected. Yeah. You just gotta keep keeping on out here. You never know. Is there anything else I'm missing from this zone in general? Oh, theater troupe. No, we're not gonna bother about any of that. That's just crackling shards. Not much. I never did the dog thing because I'd have to go back and actually retroactively get the dog. I don't have whatever character did the dog on the Pandaria farm because it was before I made this one. What's your favorite activity for like October, November-ish? I like baking. I like fall baking. I also feel like it's a really good time for like needlework, your cross stitch and embroidery, and even like other fiber crafts, your knitting and your crocheting and stuff, because like you can kind of get cozy, set up your living room, you make some tea, you can watch TV if you're smart, or you can just listen to music if you can't count and watch TV at the same time. Pumpkin, everything. I like playing WoW. Yeah, WoW's a good one. I like playing WoW with all my cozy fuzzy layers on. Actually, that's my favorite thing about fall is I like sweaters. I like fuzzy, warm, toasty, cozy clothes, and I like layering them up until I'm fuzzy and warm and toasty and cozy too. I'm feeling all cute and warm in my flannel sweater combo today. I found a random boar with a quest in Gorgron. I thought it would end up as a pet, but the quest just kind of ends. Oh. My birthday's the 11th. I'll be 59. Happy early birthday. Oh, here we go. What do you like to do for your birthday? Let's go in. Yeah. Play WoW. It's a good one. I do raid. I don't stream my raid. And actually, I think I'm done raiding for the season. I think last night was our last raid clear. We do heroic, and then once we've cleared it a few times, we kind of vote whether or not we want to keep going. But raid's just kind of like a fun thing for me in like my private life, so I don't stream it for content. All settled in your new home? Yeah, pretty much. Feeling pretty settled. I'm sure there's still some little funky things that need to happen. Although, I can't get mail now because of the postal strikes, so some of it's just going to have to wait. Not interested in Mythic. No, not at all. I have never been a Mythic Raider. I've never wanted to be a Mythic Raider. I am quite often, like, kind of tickled pink that I'm not because it looks hard and I don't really want to. For my birthday, I like to set up my computer in my bathroom and play WoW. Charming. What? It's like all the humanity except all the humidity. Sad about the appearance change when they don't go the next tier when you upgrade. Yeah, I know it's a step back from what we have now. For some reason, it doesn't really bother me that much because it just feels like, I don't know. It's not a bad thing that we were able to get it before, but I never really felt like we were like, I don't know. I guess it's just because it's a step backward that people are kind of annoyed about it. It's like, I don't know. Never mind. How do you feel about the Midnight Shadow changes? I haven't looked at them in too much detail. I did read some about like the overall like philosophy changes for class design in Midnight, and I'm skeptically cautious about it. I'm a little nervous about the healing changes because I'm a healer main. Shadow's just something I do for farming and for if they don't need me to heal. Right now, I've been a healer main since Shadowlands. And I'm a little nervous about those changes. I'm gonna miss Premonition a lot. I don't think I'm getting another shard today. Alright, one more spring bubble and then I gotta wrap it up and call it finished for today. First we see might change their mind. Yeah. I bet you whatever it is, I'm gonna get used to it. Miss Skull Bash and Mythic Plus, that's for sure. Hype to change the Harry. Yeah, Harry will look really cool. Man, no luck, no dice. Oh well, that is me done for the day. I want to thank you all very much for joining and spending this time with me. I appreciate the company. I'll be back tomorrow. I stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. to noon Pacific time. So I'll be back. We'll do some more something or another. Appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.